Good evening, cuties. How are you guys? Oh, let me turn this down. Thank you guys for joining me. Let me scroll up. Hey, sis, Pink Diva. My moderator. Hey, Mary. Hey, Essie. Mary Kelly is a Cutie Crew member. Hi, is it? I'm just going to say IRW. Hello, hello. Hi, Jay. Leah, Grandma, what Pink Diva say? What country is she in? Hey, Leah's grandma. It is Tuesday, sis. Hey, Neva. Hello, Trending. Leah's grandma, Cutie Crew member. Trending at some point, Cutie Crew member. Janice Walker, good evening. If you guys are not subscribed to Trending, make sure you go over and subscribe. Debbie Button. Hey, Debbie. Good evening. Hey, Deborah Jackson. Now, trivia, Debbie and Deborah, Cutie Crew members. My Cutie Crew is representing. Hey, Lori. Hey, Tawana. From the ATL, Tawana be giving us all the scoop. Tawana, we need to know if Sheree's new face is real or not. Sheree is, okay, I guess I'll get into that. Let me say let me put that on my little notepad here. She's such a bad liar. And she looks good, so just own it. Hey, Monica. Z Frenchie in the house. Hey, Z. Z is a Cutie Crew member. Neva. Sorry it took me so long to speak, but I had left the chat. I'm so nosy. I'm just reading everybody's stuff. Hey, Maureen. Hi, April. Hello, Annette. Hi, Olivia. We got the good Bad Apple in the house. Hey, Bad Apple. Big Queen Shiznit in the house. Hey, Big Queen. Hello, Makita. Miss Cutie Pie. And Sis Zakia, all Cutie Crew members. Terrell, Cutie Crew member. Thank you for joining me, Terrell. True Wisdom, thanks for joining me. SC, thanks for joining me. Jess, Justified. Hey, Jess. Jess was on fire on the panel the other night. Hi, Nicola. BK Lakeisha, Cutie Crew member. Tyra Daniels, Cutie Crew member. Neva, Cutie Crew member. Good evening, guys. Thank you for being members. Hello, Marietta. Hi, Kathy. Hey, Sharonda. Miss Edith. PDS in the house. Hey, Jodeci. Jonetta. Chucky. Laverne, Cutie Crew member. Dee Dee, Cutie Crew member. Jodeci, also Cutie Crew member. Good evening, Miss Edith. Alicia. Clamp God, thank you so much for the beautiful comment earlier today. I appreciate it. Hey, Nidra. Hello, Sheila. Is it Apopka, Florida? I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I haven't heard of Apopka. I'm going to say Apopka. But thanks for joining me from Florida. Crystal evening, good evenings. Gloria, good evening. Cutie Crew member. May, we got another Gloria. Broken Berry, good evening. Hey, Tyra. Hey, Monique. Yeah, right, Tyra. You know you're going to doze off and just come on back in, girl. I know how you roll now. Hey, Jacqueline. Can you put in chat how to become a member? I can. I'll put it in the chat, but I'm not sure if you will be able to click the link, but I'll go ahead and do that now. But if not, in the comments under this video, so not the chat, but in the comments, I'll also put it there. We do have our members only live this coming Thursday, Cutie Crew. I got some things that I'm saving to discuss, but I will put up a topic post tomorrow for you guys to jot down what you want to talk about. Hey, Cheryl Love. Hey, Mercy. Hey, Empowered Woman. Deborah Grady, Cutie Crew member. Good evening. Hey, Victoria. Tanya. Terry T Baby in the house. Hey, Terry. Cutie Crew member. All right, where's my spot? Okay. I found it. All right, let me finish. Uh-oh. Okay, Siri, I didn't ask you anything. My goodness. All right. Mrs. Jones, good evening. Nyla, good evening. Lee Pepper, Cookie from the Shy. Good evening, good evening. Doris, Johnny Fritz. Hey, Johnny. Choice Designs. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Let me go ahead and officially say thank you to all 16,000 of you cuties that have subscribed to my channel. It means the world to me. It really, really does. I'm going to amp it up pretty soon. I'm going on a big trip to celebrate my 1-year anniversary, which is July 6th. So I'll be out of the country. But I do thank you all so much. This has been great. We formed a bond. We formed a sister and brotherhood, trying to keep it on a respectful level. And yeah, I'm just loving you guys. So thank you again to everyone. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe. To the 217 that's watching, thank you so much for joining me. If you could please hit the like button, that would be great. Our girl Mel is parasailing over international waters while Martell is taking photos in the pond. He can't compete when he can't compare. Facts. Facts. Child, that was probably a big puddle of water right there in Marlene's backyard. Pulled him out a little canoe for a photo op. Ooh, he's slow. He's slow. PDS, you got me about to go on a rant. We'll get into Mr. Holt. I am aware of this cancel Martell Holt. Let me make sure that's on my list, and I will speak about that as well. But let me finish my hellos. Who said that in the house? Thanks for joining me. Cutie Crew member Karen Foster. Cutie Crew member Sharice. Cutie Crew member Sheila. A Pop Key. Okay, thank you. Hey, C. Rich. Hey, R. Davis. Terry Christie. Sherelle Rhodes. All right. I think I'm getting down to the end, guys. Ashlyn, you know I love the way you spell your name. Thanks for joining me, Ashlyn. Hey, Annette. Hey, Ruthie. Hey, CC Star. Seceding too. Hello. Hey, Jacqueline. Thanks for joining me. Gloria Thompson, Philly in the house. Thanks for joining me, Gloria. We got LaDawn in the house. Carolyn Mentor. Good evening. Margaret Misher. Good evening. Thank you, Neva. I love the way you run your platform. Keep up the good work. Thank you for that. I promise I'm not doing anything. Well, I don't know. I'm just doing it. I don't know. But thank you. May. My birthday is July 5th. Congratulations to you on your anniversary. Happy birthday to you in advance. And thank you. It's worth the celebration. I try to go somewhere 4th of July anyway. I haven't been in a couple years. I think my last trip for the 4th of July was to visit my brother. So it's time. But thank you. If I missed anybody, thank you so much for joining me. Let me get down to the bottom. Thank you, Nidra. Hey, Monica. Hey, Flory. Thank you. All right, I think I got everybody. Hey, Mocha Princess. Hey, Keisha, Cutie crew member. We are getting down to the bottom, guys. Mute Martell and his sad son and Cold Slop. We shall discuss. Mel got 2 millionaires, one African that owns helicopters, and now the Arab that works with Tesla and Apple. I love this for her. Eat your heart out, haters. Period. Okay. Joanna, we definitely gonna talk about the helicopter man and Ali. Ali was a sweetheart. You can tell that. Thank you, sis. You can tell that some people are, let me say, I don't want to go so much as saying pure. Well, I'll get into that. Let me put it by his name so I won't forget. All right, I'm down to the bottom. Thank you again, everyone. 288 watching. I hope Melody's lawyers, and I hope she has. Where your comment go? Oh, well, let me read it off the screen. I hope Melody's lawyers, and I hope she has more than just the one that appeared on the show. But I hope they are watching all the cheaters, shenanigans, and acting on them. Well, Mel did say she got some things going on behind the scenes. She also said legal, because of legal, that she can't speak. But I hope so as well, Carolyn. But okay, guys, I am done with my hellos. Again, if I missed anyone, it was not intentional. Thank you guys again for joining me. Hey, Tree W, I'm looking at you on my phone. El Diva, thanks for joining me. Cutie crew member. Margaret Misher, Cutie crew member as well. That was funny. He left some water in his mom's backyard. Yeah, girl. You know, that man. Whew. But thank you guys. This was really just an impromptu live that I decided to schedule while I was working today, because I hadn't talked to you guys since Sunday. But I wanted to talk to you guys about Mel's lives from yesterday with Shanita as well as Mr. Ali. So let's go ahead and start with Ali. What do you guys think about that chance encounter? Maybe that's what I should say. I think it is divine timing, even if it is just a friend or will continue to be a friend. Obviously, is nothing. She just met the man yesterday. A lot of male supporters was trying to scare the man off, child. I don't know if you guys saw the live and was reading the comments. A lot of people are overprotective of Mel. And yeah, some of them was riding deep in the comment section. But I agree with you, May. You can just see it in some people. You know what I mean? And I was going to say there's a pureness about Ali. I don't want to say pure, I guess, but you can tell how some other races haven't been taunted, and they still have somewhat an innocence about some things. For instance, with him being on the World Wide Web live on Instagram, for him to not even hesitate giving out his email address and all of that, that's what I mean as far as some innocence, maybe innocence to this world. But I definitely think that I don't think so, Lee Pepper. She's a woman that has a mother. So drop down in the comments, Lee Pepper, and let me know why you think she needs over protection. And you guys that's listening and watching, let me know your thoughts on that. I'm going to put that on my panel. Let me write that down. Let's see. Overprotectedness, if that's a word, of Mel. We'll discuss that with others on the panel shortly. But Lee, drop down in the comments. Put in the comments why you feel like she needs overprotection. Why? Do you not think she can handle herself? That's what I said, Jonetta. I said, I hope that was just a personal. I'm sure it's not business because it's just Gmail. But yeah, he gonna need a whole new email address, especially for Mr. Martell, because I can guarantee you this: Martell is paying attention, even if it's not from his own page. He was deep. He really, really was. He struck a nerve with me because I am so guilty of going full force when it comes to, running to the gym, New Year's. Well, I actually start a couple weeks. I'm fooling myself even a couple weeks prior to New Year's. So I try to get a little jump kick. And by the end of January, I'm done, which is crazy. But yeah, he was deep. I actually wrote down, I think he said Atomic Habits. If you guys remember the name of the book that he mentioned, let me know in the comments because I do want to either, download it or purchase it because I need some structure and some new habits to form. Ali is fine AF, but he's not Arab. He seems to be East African. I don't think anyone of pure. I think you mean genuine. Oh no, I meant sort of pure because I was talking about as far as him not really knowing what to do. I did say pure was incorrect, but an innocence about himself as far as not being aware of what you should and shouldn't do. I get it. It was his first time live and all of that. But that just shows that I think that in America, we just buck wild. We buck wild. I don't think it's like that everywhere else. Mocha Prince, as you said, he's a good friend to have. I totally agree. A good person for Mel to connect with for business. Yep. I need to read that book that he spoke on. If you're talking about Atomic Habits, I think that was the name. Yeah. Let's see here. Oh, I'm wondering what's going on. Let me turn on my little light right here. 300 watching, 167 likes, 363 watching. Please hit the like button, guys. We're going to get down to some other things as well outside of these two topics. Terry T, baby, you say folks just do too much. Mel is a smart woman. She's going to watch herself. I agree. Yes, he is fine. That's another thing. You guys drop down in the comment section and let me know if you've ever dated outside of your race. I have. One person, fine. He was Sicilian. He was Arab mixed with Sicilian. And if my sister is watching, I don't see her in the chat, but she knows exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, owned a couple businesses. Oh my God. When I tell you guys, I broke up with him for a loser. I really was. It's a shame. I was in my early 20s and I didn't want him to meet my dad because I didn't know how my father would feel about me dating someone of another race. Such a good man. And yeah, that was one of, how sometimes you look back on things. I'm married now, but yeah, sometimes you look back like that was dumb. Yeah, he was fine too. Let me read a couple more. Miss Van, her mom states she allows Melody to make her own decisions and she has her back and we should do the same. I mean, Mel is almost 40 years old, guys. And I agree, Nicola. I think that people need to realize this lady know what she doing. And but I get it. We just don't want her to go through any more hurt. We don't want any woman to go through any hurt or, things like that, especially what she went through with Martell. But yeah, I think that she's grown and she got this. We need to pray for her protection and step back and allow her to be grown. I agree. And yeah, as far as the protection, like I said, I get it. I understand it. But I think that she would probably say, look, guys, I'm not slow. You guys saw me in a marriage that I wanted to work on. I was younger and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, Mel know what she doing. Let's see. Ali seems very intelligent. Yes, when he said he read over 600 books and he can definitely pass an open book test. and things of that nature. I didn't hear things of that nature not one damn time. Okay. I was thrilled. Maybe that's just one of his email address. I'm sure. Yeah, I got about 8. Yeah, I'm sure. But if it's something that it was a pretty cool name, I don't remember it, and I'm definitely not going to repeat it. Oh, I do remember it. But sometimes you have some an email address that you really, really like, or you've had for a long time, and I'm sure maybe it'll be okay. I don't think any of male supporters, but it's the other people that I'm worried about. Mel has a personal relationship with God and he will protect her if need be. Facts. Facts. Yes, BK Lakeisha, I agree. Going, what do you say, Sis Zakia? Going to buy that book. Okay, so it was Atomic Habits that he recommended. Okay. Atomic Habits. Nobody better not email that man if it's not business. Don't waste people's time. Yeah. She does have her own village, and I'm sure that when or if the situation arises, they are overprotective or protective. Let me say that. Um, that's the word I'm looking for. BK Lakeisha, thank you. Naive. So we are a good bad apple. We are gonna scratch out pure and what did I say? Innocent. Well, he still had an innocence about himself, but yeah, a little naive. And I think that's because, this world, as far as social media for us, I mean, yeah, other countries, they definitely have access and all of that. I think somebody said that he's out of Canada. So, it's worldwide. But when it comes to some of the griminess that goes on here in the USA, yeah, I don't think people would just offer information like that. But yeah, I'm sure Mel talked to him about it. Mel can run her own life. She is very smart and intelligent. Some of these millimeters just take it too far. Mel is a full-grown woman who is filled with the Holy Spirit, and he can lead and guide her. Yes, Buck, wow. Is that a Midwest thing? LD, you're gonna have to let me know if you're from the Midwest. I be saying words and I be like, do people? Because I'm gonna say this now. I did hear that Marceau, and if anybody here is from Detroit, you guys let me know. But I did hear that Marceau stated that he lived in Chicago for a little while. What Up Doe started in Chicago. So, but I have heard a lot of people from Michigan say it as well. But What Up Doe is a Chicago thing. So I've been wanting to say that for years to Marceau. Okay, it's a good book. I started but didn't finish. Did you download it, Diane? Did you just, or you already had it? Yes, what he says makes a lot of sense. I must try it. Yep, I'm gonna go back and listen to that part of the live and take some more notes. He dropped a lot of gems, a whole lot of gems. Who been the doula? Um, Donady. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Hear me? I froze for a quick second, so if you can hear me, guys, just drop a quick one. Where did Donady for your comment? Here, I had. Okay, why won't it go on my screen? Okay, there we go. I had never heard of a doula for business, only for pregnant women. Oh, did Ali say that? I'll look it up while we're live tonight. I must have missed that. All right, I was looking for Lee Pepper to see if Lee Pepper was going to elaborate. Hey, Classy Sassy, giving you the 411. I tried, but I thought I was kissing raw chicken. Didn't like it. Really? Look, my ex was fine, but he wasn't Caucasian. Nothing wrong with Caucasians. He had swag, Had a Mercedes AMG. I hate it. I'm a little materialistic even back then. Beautiful home, gazebo in the yard, all type of stuff. Yeah, I was young and dumb, child, and he was like really, really into me. Hey, a Queen's Tea with Gigi. If you guys are not subscribed to a Queen's Tea with Gigi, please let me know. You said you were going to be doing a story time. I'm not sure if you did it. If you did, put it in a comment so I can go back and watch. If you haven't, please make sure to let me know somehow, some way, because I definitely want to tune in. Thank you so much for your story last week as well. Succeeding said, I have gone on dates with other cultures, but just casual dinner, cocktails, and conversation. Yeah, my thing is whoever is gonna treat you like you're supposed to be treated. I don't have anything against interracial relationships at all. BK, you said I've dated a Puerto Rican, which growing up in Brooklyn is not unusual. I also snuck around with a Pakistani guy. He was a lot older than myself. I was only 18. Yeah, other races love black women. Love. And a lot of us just love our black men and refuse to even, you know, look another way. But most of them, yeah, they really, really love black women. Where are you, Margaret? Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I think so too. All right. What else did I have down about Mr. Ali? I really just wanted you all's thoughts, but I'll get those when I drop the link a little later. As far as, excuse me, Mel Janita, got it. I really wanted to talk about the part that she mentioned about Stormy. Um, StreamYard is acting a fool. I got somebody's comment highlighted. Okay, there we go. It's not putting them up on the screen for some reason. You've been asked on several dates. You can't set yourself. Why? Just love your black brothers. I get it. I get it. A lot of people saying Martell probably got that email address. Yeah, I'm sure somebody dropped it in his DM, but I think it was front and center. I think he's always front and center when Mel is live. Well, naturally he's her friend. She just met him. She just met him. So yeah. Um, like I said, I think people are just a little overprotective, because again, it is people want to protect her. People want to continue to be her support system. People are leery, and with Martell's track record, I think everybody gonna get the side eye and question. I think that's why she's kept her love life a secret. I don't think that's the reason why, but I think that's a good reason why, because yeah, we're looking at Martell, and I think that's with almost any relationship, you compare to what the person have been through and don't want the next person to do it. All right. All right, so we still talking about races. I found many men from different races attractive, but never dated outside my race. But I's married now to my chocolate king. All right now. All right now. Oh no. You about to email Ali and say, hey, big head. What if him and Mel hit it off after they left, went off live and made plans to see each other in the future? We gotta give sis a chance to see if she want him just as a friend or not. But no, I think that she was networking. And I do think though that it was divine timing. I really do. He's up there by himself. Well, he went to Parasail by himself. She went to Parasail by herself, and they just so happened to be paired up together and struck up a conversation. So I thought it was great. I thought it was nice of him to offer dinner, and I am so glad that Mel went, because there's nothing wrong with just networking, chatting, and talking. She was at a resort that's heavily secured, and yeah, she's a big girl. Yeah. All right. So what do you guys think about? Okay, Clem God, do you guys say what up though? Because I'm telling you, that's been a thing. Hey, Hannah Grace. Okay, a queen. So maybe it's just Midwest. And naturally, I'm going to say Chicago because that's where I'm from. But I do know a lot of Chicagoans have moved to Indiana. Look at me trying to just claim it. Indiana and Michigan. Like Steppin, Chicago. And I actually used to go to some stepping sets or contests and all of that in Detroit. My ex had a stepping group and real big, and we used to travel to places for that. So yeah. All right. I missed the last live, but I'm here tonight. Hannah, you were on my live the other night, I believe, weren't you? I don't have my notepad, but I think Sunday, Pink Diva got my days all mixed up. All right, the Cube in the Desert story just gave scammer vibes. That story has been all over the internet for years. Just hope she checks him out carefully. Really? That was my first time hearing it. Yes, it is. Okay. Yes, it is. Thank you, Nidra. It's from the Shy. Buck Wild, all that good stuff. I can't think of what I said offhand before, but somebody in my comments like, you gotta be from Chicago. Born and raised. Italian. Yep. Italian is on the same, same lines as Sicilian. And like I said, they are, I can only speak from my one experience. Great guy. Yeah. But all right, guys. Okay, so you guys put the ones. Thank you. Now, okay, y'all used to say what up though. So okay, JB is from Michigan. All right. I hope I'm not cutting up. I'm not sure what's going on. I got the best doggone internet. My Wi-Fi was tripping the other night. Okay. A couple people saying they can hear me, and a couple people are saying I'm breaking up. Hopefully I'm good. Okay, I'm good. All right. What do you guys think about what Shanita Foster mentioned? Yes, Z. When it comes to Stormy. She said that Mel basically catered to Stormy at, I believe it was one of the Mimosas with Melody events, and that's when Stormy was pregnant, and Mel just went above and beyond to make sure she was comfortable, looked over, all of that good stuff. And I was so glad because Shanita, if you guys haven't been following her, Shanita is a person that just like talks off the cuff. So you can tell that that's just something that she just thought of. Like, hey, what happened to that girl? I see she's on the show now. Oh, that's good, Michelle. Yes. Interracial relationships is, I've seen a lot of people that's had, I'll say, greater success than most that's married to. Whatever. Let me get off of that. Okay, I just saw somebody's comment. I'm looking on my phone that somebody just at me. J said, Carson and Anthony said, hey. Hey, Carson. And hey, Anthony. I guess I didn't get down to you all's comments. But hello. And if you guys are not subscribed to Carson Blue as well as Anthony Lofties, make sure you subscribe. I dropped in on one of Carson's live the other night. And Carson, if you are listening, my apologies. I couldn't stay. I was just coming off of a 4.5 members only live, as well as I think I went live the day before, and I worked 10 hours. So it was a lot. But it was a great topic. I need to go back over and finish because Carson was talking about a topic that Kimmy was just talking about, as far as faking it sometimes because you tired. And yeah, I got to go back and finish that. I'm guilty. I am guilty. I don't do it often though. I'm just at a point like, look, if I'm not, leave me alone. So, but yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me, Carson and Anthony Lofties. And I'm looking for comments on the live that Mel did with Shanita. Shanita also revealed that there was an African. Before I move on to that, let me read some comments because I see on the phone. Okay, you think that is a part of Melody's personality to cater to a pregnant woman? What other example have we seen, Donna D? I'm trying to think on the show. Who else was pregnant that Mel has been around? Let me know. Excuse me, guys. Hold on. Let me turn my air up. My goodness. Okay, I do this every time. I don't know why in this little corner of my office it gets a little stuffy. But Donna D, let me know, or anybody else, let me know what other pregnant woman have we seen Mel cater to. But I just thought that just shows her spirit. You know what I mean? That's something where cameras weren't rolling, and naturally that would just have to be something that's natural in her. I will never forget Mel when she went to Stormy's Canvas Beauty launching. And when I tell you she was, you guys support my sis, she's doing big things and this and that, so supportive. So it's very disappointing how things have turned out, because to me, Stormy does not have a valid reason that I can see as to why she's no longer kicking it with Mel. It has to be something other than Mel not giving her new number. Because even Stormy herself said that, and I know that she does this. So if you knew that, why would you trip? So just like somebody else said, Stormy is sus. Sis Zakia. Stormy is sus. She befriended Mel to use her, then flipped. It definitely seems that way. It really, really does. And it's unfortunate to me, because oh, okay. Oh, Anthony is live. Okay, thanks, LaDawn. Tell him I said hello for those that's peeping in and out of both. And I appreciate you guys that's multitasking. Tell him I said hey. Yeah, it's unfortunate to me because I would love to see genuine friendships when it comes to love and marriage Huntsville. And we really have not seen that. Now, I was in the minority, but I told you guys that I kind of liked Mel and Destiny's friendship before things took a turn for the worse. I liked their little friendship together, maybe because, that's what I'm about, sort of like sisterhood and friendships and all of that. And to see that go down the drain was disappointing. But for Stormy, yeah, Stormy paired up, if you ask me, with the wrong team. I think they got in Stormy's head. I also think that there was a master plan. We've talked about this before. But when Carlos had to fly in and let folks know we're not going to have the same thing that was going on, that changed a lot when it comes to some of the plans that they allegedly may have had. Okay, Destiny pregnant in the first season. Okay. I'm thinking back and I think you're right, because I think when we first met Destiny was season one, right? Yeah, Destiny was season one. But I don't think she was pregnant season one. Okay, so maybe that's what you guys are talking about as far as male catering. But yeah. Yeah, she supported Stormy. She really did. Hey, Cricket. Hello, Cheryl Canada. She really did. My answer remains the same. Stormy befriended Mel with an agenda. She competes with Mel in her head. You know what? I thought that was so odd, guys. You guys remember when Mel was announcing Sugar Mama's products? And remember how Stormy had to come out and basically let it be known that she did it first. She did this first. She did that. You know, it was so obvious. She didn't do the same thing with Tisha. Did you guys notice that? She did not give Tisha that same energy. So to the person that just said that she is competing with Mel in her head, I kind of agree. And I think that had Stormy, I agree, Clamp God. I think that had Stormy just, okay, it was April. I'm sorry, guys. This is why I try not to even look at the comments because I'll start saying something and stop. But it was April who said it. Stormy competes with Mel in her head. I think if she had just stayed on the path that her and Mel was on, and I'm sure it was a shock to Mel. They even talked about that. Mel said she didn't know there was a problem. And then she mentioned to Shanita about Betty and her issue. And I think that how can you, I don't know. My parents was different. They just didn't get in my business when it came to friends or anything like that. They didn't say like Betty said, oh, I feel bad energy or it's something about her. And then Stormy comes back and say, well, my mom is normally always right. And just a mess. Just a mess. But I think if she would have stayed on the path of just being friends, her and Mel, I think that would have been a great dynamic right here on this show. But we see how that went. So yeah. Let me read you guys' comments. I would chill the wine before, but I do wind down earlier. Stormy has a reason to dislike Mel because she is friends with Coleslaw. That has been rumored. I believe that is no way in the world that girl was just sitting outside. No, dudes. Hold on, guys. Oh my goodness, these dogs. Come here, buddy. I don't think that Coleslaw was just sitting outside time and time and time and time again. And her and Stormy didn't develop something, some type of friendship or whatever. And we know that Ariane came out and said that she definitely knows me more than she's trying to act like. I like their friendship too. It's effed up how fake people are. Yep. I think Stormy was insulted that she wasn't considered a close enough friend to have Melody's number. Melody didn't know her like that. Well, Mel even let it be known that it's been some family members of hers. I think she even said sometimes only 5 people may have her number. So if you know that, how can you take it personal? If you know that this is something that she does, if you know that she just said on that stage that somebody was hacking her phone and that's the reason why it was changed. Like Mel said, I just don't think that it's that big of a deal to DM somebody. Just DM her. So yeah, I think that she just took that opportunity to get with what she thought at the time was the majority, because the majority was against Mel. And yeah, Carlos shook that up to a certain extent. He shook it up. We'll read some more comments about Stormy, and then I wanted to talk about, I want you guys' opinion on Helicopter Man with the 250 dozen roses that he wanted to send. Yep. Well, I don't think she's offering anything when it comes to the show. I know we're going to see some ratchetness this coming Saturday because we see that I believe that's her aunt and Betty. I still got a recap video to drop and I think I'm going to break it up. But anyway, I think that was her aunt and her mom that was going back and forth like that. Just a mess. Yes. Just a hot mess. Oh, come on now, Nidra. Brothers Palace, West Side, and I'm from the South Side. But I definitely used to be all up and through the Rose, all up and through Brothers Palace. 50-yard line, absolutely. Yes, Chi-Town representing. I miss home. I really, really do. But not enough to move back. Let's see. All right, so Carolyn, you disagree. You say Dusty Destiny was never Mel's friend. She was always Martell's buddy. Martell put all of his snake friends on his wife to use her just like he was. Well, I'm not going to say all of that. I mean, I think that she does have more. Look, Destiny used to hold Martell to the fire. She used to tell him when he was wrong and all of that. I think that when the friendship ended because of Mel overhearing Destiny and Tisha, I think that Destiny resented Mel and then she too flipped to the other side. But I do think at one point, whatever it was that they had was genuine. Destiny used to watch the kids, even though they didn't like being there. You don't do that with people that, you don't consider a friend. So it just went sour. Just my opinion, but I respect yours, Carolyn. Tisha's selling Stormy's product, allegedly. Yes, that's what they saying, Bad Apple. A lot of people even saying that. Has Stormy, because I got 3 devices as far as phones, and I guess I can go to her page now. Has she been doing any promoting lately on her Instagram page? And I'll look real quick, but a lot of people were saying that even down to Stormy's bags, that hot pink that Stormy uses, Tisha even packing her stuff in that. I agree. All right, Trinity, you said Stormy could be having a whole different experience right now if she was a real friend, but she chose the alleged scammers. Yep, I agree. It's a shame. I think that that's what's missing. Even Bell Collective, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and jump in because I am watching and have been watching. All right, so, okay, I had to check something out. Bell Collective, the relationship that the women have, the friendships or whatever, is such a big difference. It really is. And I still point my finger at Mr. Martell. I point my finger directly at Martell when it comes to the breakdown of a lot of stuff, the breakdown of the show, period. Yep, 250 dozen roses. Now that's something. Let me get this link ready. That's something I definitely want to get back to, Mr. Martell, and I'm sure it has. You got to have a lot of money to be flying into the country to purchase helicopters, not just a helicopter, not one, helicopters. But I respect Mel for that as well. Again, I don't blame her, especially coming off of what she went through with Martell. I think it was very admirable and respectful of her to just let it be known that she wasn't feeling him in that way. But according to Shanita, he's still smitten with Mel. Now, I'm going to say another Chicago word, and I'll say maybe in my younger days, I would have ganked him. Now, if you guys from Chicago, you know what ganked mean. I would have ganked him for a couple months at least, child. But yeah. Okay, Nidra, my granny, and all. It's cold in Chicago right now. You know that Chicago weather. Really, Debbie? Used to work at the Rose. Child, I got some pictures. Oh my goodness. I may try to pull some old pictures of me and one of my best friends in the Rose. And this is how fast I was. I was hanging in the Rose and I was about 19. 19. That's where the ballers was at. So that's where I was at. But guys, I dropped the link. We are still going to carry on the conversation when it comes to Mel's lives yesterday. I did have a couple screenshots that I saved that we can also discuss. Give me 1 second. Let me just try to pull some things up. Yeah, we'll get those ready. But yeah, Mel posted she's been back bright and early. She's already on set. She's packing her orders already. That girl is like an energizer bunny. Brothers Palace and the 50-yard line where Michael Duncan was the bouncer. Correct. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to think of the club that I used to hang out at on Michigan Avenue. Not downtown, but it was, the outskirts. Probably like 20 something. If you guys remember that club name, let me know. But at that time, when I was hanging there, I had one of the fat boys that wanted to date me. I can't tell y'all everything, child, but a famous rapper. Yeah. Didn't date him. I'm not saying that. I didn't date him. And I didn't date the fat boys, but they was after the girl. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me. Let me make sure this is who I think it is. Hey, LaDawn.
Hey, girl.
Hey, how you
I
doing?
can see why they was at you. You're a cutie.
Oh, thank you. Girl, take me back to my 20s and things would be a lot different. Do you hear me?
Girl, I'm sitting here with my arthritis aching now. I put patches on.
With some,
Knees and hips.
uh, I'm telling you. All right, excuse me. Give me 1 second, LaDawn. Now, when I turn up my air, I start choking. It's crazy. Hey, Trending, is that you?
Hey, Chit Chat. Yes, it's
Hey,
me.
Debbie, thanks for joining me. Debbie Bunton, is that you?
Yes, how you doing?
Good. How are you, Debbie?
Much better. I'm
That's good.
doing good.
That's good. I love me some Debbie. We got the good bad apple in the house. Hey, bad apple.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing this evening?
Good, good. How are you, bad apple?
I'm good, just full as a tit. Just got through eating.
Did you? Okay, now you are a little low to me, so I adjust your volume. And
Is that better?
maybe let me see. Say something else.
Is that better?
That's better. Yep, that's better. Yep. All right. Good, good, good. Okay, we got my sis in the house. Hey, sis. Pink Beaver.
Hey, how's everybody?
Good. Thanks,
Good.
sis.
Good.
Diva.
And thank you for moderating as always. I'm gonna send you some coffee money or something when we get off.
Absolutely.
Fine. Yeah. We got Hannah Grace. Hey, Hannah.
Hey, Chit Chat and crew, cuties.
Hey, Hannah.
Hey,
Hey
Hannah.
Hannah.
All right. Well, I got a couple more guys. We got Succeeding. Hey, Succeeding too.
Hi, how you doing? Hi, everyone.
Succeeding. Have you been on my panel before?
I have. You
You
told me to come back.
I sure did. Okay. Was it just this past live?
It was the last, yeah, a couple.
Okay. Okay. All right. That's why your name stood off. Thank you. Thank you for clarifying. And we have Ann Harris. Hey, Ann. Are you there, Ann? Ann, Lord, I'm trying to say Ann and Harris at the same time.
Hey.
Okay. Hey, Ann, how are you? Are you there, Ann?
Yeah.
Ann, Lord, trying to say Ann. Okay, now, Ann, turn down. You got a second
Hi.
of us. Hey, Ann, how are you? Are you there, Ann? Let me make sure it's her. Okay, now, Ann, turn down. Okay. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, Ann, I believe it's Ann, I believe you have a second YouTube
Okay, how's
screen.
that?
Much better. Okay, did you just close it? Okay, we'll wait for Ann. She's still okay. Are you there, Ann?
Yeah.
All right, Ann is having some difficulties. I'll leave you up, but close your second YouTube window for me, please. All right, panel. Thank you guys for joining me. Let me acknowledge this super sticker. Thank you so much, Teresa West. I really appreciate it. To the 583 people that's watched,
I'm here.
thank you guys so much for joining me. And let me just double check the likes, guys, before we get started. If I get into the right live, give me 1 second. All right, so we have 385 likes. So, guys, if you have not hit the like button, please hit the like button for me. It is free, and we're going to get started, panel. Where do you guys want to start? Do you guys want to start with thoughts on Ali and the overprotectedness of male?
Yes.
That song. Okay, we'll start there, and we're going to start with LaDawn. Give me 1 second, LaDawn. Deborah Jackson. Thank you so much, Deborah, for the super chat. I really appreciate it. All right, LaDawn, we're going to start with you. What are your thoughts on Ali? And I also want each of you, please, let me know if you feel like people should be overprotective of male.
Okay. Well, I feel like Ali is a cool dude. You know, he seems very well grounded. Seems like he got good sense so far. But I think Mel is just having fun, making connections and meeting people. And if he is a candidate, look what she's got coming to her, huh? Look at the ones that's trying to get at her, billionaires, millionaires, you know? So I'm all for whatever she chooses. I'm not worried because I have faith in Mel. She hasn't shown me anything so far to make me doubt the decisions that she makes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm rolling with her. When he act up, he gonna get it too. So I just want her to live her life and take chances and just be happy and just be careful and safe. That's how I feel about it. I think people are being overprotective. I get it. But that's just like when they say we pray to God, right? When you pray, you're supposed to leave it with God. You're not supposed to take it back or put it in your own. Pray to him and then do what you want to do. You know what I mean? So it's like saying to Mel, we trust and believe you and have so much faith in you, but yet we're still judging. Kind of, not really, what's that word I'm trying to say? Not really trying to give her credit for being a big girl, being able to make the right choices for her life. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of doubting her if we really feel like she can't make a sound decision. I think it's just going a little too far, you know?
I agree, LaDawn. I do think that some may overstep their boundaries. I think that we have to have boundaries with people because, we know a lot about her, but we don't know everything about her. But like you said, just looking at the moves that she's making and has made and all of that, we know that she shut down for a period of time and got counseling and worked on self and spent time with self. And yeah, I think that, you got to let grown folks do what grown folks want to do. You know what I mean? Regardless of how you feel. Even when it got similar, as far as maybe it was over people being overprotective, but with the information that had come out through Carson, when Carson revealed everything. And a lot of people, I actually heard somebody say, Mel don't know what to do right now. She don't know what she's thinking or something. I'm like, wait
Stop it.
What? Say that. You know what I mean?
Right.
I have to speak up for Mel. Mel spoke up. Mel said she believed that should have been enough.
Right. And one more thing. They said I forget who told me a long time ago. It's an old saying, it's a long lasting saying. If you want to go places, you got to rub elbows with people that are going places and put yourself in positions and rooms that those people are. So Mel is making her connections, whether it's personal or business. She needs to be out there meeting those type of people because God has a plan for her. She is going to heights that we can't even see yet. You know what I mean? So it's
Mm-hmm.
whatever on that. Yeah.
I agree. Great points, LaDon. We're gonna get back over to you when we get to the next topic. Somebody in the comments section is saying, the East of the Ryan for my members. I will be posting a picture of me and Snoop Dogg, and we was at the East of the Ryan.
Oh, the East of the Ryan. I
Oh,
remember that.
Right.
The East of the Ryan. So yeah.
Yes.
Snoop Doggy Dog. Did you smoke some of his stuff?
No, no, no. But he was high. Look, this is again. I was in my early 20s, and oh my god, it was so crazy. That's gonna be a member story time. Members only story time. Hey,
Okay.
sis, I see Maritha in the house. But yeah, I'll share that with the members on Thursday. But great points, LaDon. Trending at some point. What are your thoughts about Ali? What are your thoughts about people being overprotective of male? Where's Lee Pepper? Lee, I've been looking for your comment to elaborate. And wait a minute, I'm sorry, trending. To the person that said turn on a humidifier, I got one right in my office. So I'm gonna do that. Go ahead, trending.
Okay, so I thought it was just giving friend vibes to me. And obviously we don't none of us know for sure, but he seemed like he was about to be a good longtime friend that you one of those you can keep in touch with. Months can go by, you don't talk, but then y'all catch up and it's like no time was lost. That's what it felt like that was gonna be to me. um and I was trying to keep up with that chat, and I actually couldn't even really keep up with the chat for Ali, but what I did see was how they were getting on to Dr. Shanita, and I'm like, I'm sure that energy was even worse over there in the chat there. So yes, I do think sometimes people can be so overprotective to the point if you think she can't think for herself and do her due diligence, that's a lot. Like, yeah, we got a watchful eye. That's why she invited us in. But yeah, I do think it was going possibly a little too far.
Yeah, I even heard somebody say, or maybe they put it in my comments yesterday, that it was a tad bit disrespectful. And like I said,
Hmm.
I don't think that Mill is going to take it personal. I'm not taking it personal because I get where it's coming from, as far as people being like want to protect her in a sense. We saw this girl get beat down not only by her husband but by her cast and all of that. But some people in the comments, I think, I don't know, you may not have been able to see it in the video that I uploaded, but it was a couple people in the comments saying, guys, let's not do this. This is a little disrespectful. So I just hope she never feels some type of way, but I think she gets it as well. Trending. So yeah, great point. So you said that you feel like, I think everybody should feel like that is just friends. Has it even been 24 hours? Maybe it's a little over 24 hours that they met. So yeah, but I agree. Somebody like that is definitely a nice connect to have. He's a great speaker. Mel is a great speaker. Who knows? She can possibly speak at some of his events. I just hope that if she's feeling that way, I hope that it's a friendship that will continue. But great points trending. And we're gonna go over to Debbie. Debbie, what's your thoughts on the
My
mom,
thoughts are
the mamas and the aunties and the grandpas and everybody want to protect Mel?
first of all, hi ladies. I
Hello.
think Mel just met him, they acquaintances. They only had dinner. It was nice of her to share that with the millimeters. But you gotta understand, Mel been in a marriage for 14 years that was like a prison. She
Mm,
got out, she's done the work. She was like a butterfly in a cocoon. So now she's a butterfly. Let her fly free. She
mm,
runs multiple businesses. So she knows how to make decisions. People need to fall back and let her have this time with her life and feel her way around with meeting people, different men, making business connections, enjoying herself,
Mm-hmm.
traveling. Give her that room. Just step back. She knows how to make healthy decisions.
Yeah.
She's not new to this. She's a grown woman. And everybody being protective, fall back and let the lady have some space. Let her have some fun because she deserves it. Let her have her fun. This is her life, not anyone else's.
Great,
All
great.
right, Jeff.
Yes, great point. Let her have her fun. Everybody deserves to have fun. I agree. And I do think that, yeah, naturally it's been 24 to 36 hours, an acquaintance that, we know that Mel is very guarded. So I do think that, even as a friendship, she saw something in him, a story that he had to tell, and she allowed him to do that on her platform. So great points, Debbie. Debbie, you said something else, and I can't remember it because it was deep. Oh, as far as her being like a butterfly coming out of the cocoon, I agree. I really do. And sometimes dating, look, I wouldn't care if she because you can date and not sleep with the other person. You know what I mean? So if she's dating around to get to know people and all of that, I do think that, and I hope that she changes her mind. But she's right; she got it going on, and but she even mentioned in the live with Shanita that marriage may not even be on the table for her going forward. And I would hate for her to allow that experience that she had with that monster to ruin that, but I understand that as well. So great point, Debbie. We definitely gonna swing back to you. Good, bad apple. Your thoughts?
Hey, hey.
Hey.
Well, I'm gonna say, you know what? Sometimes the millimeters do go too far. I even had to check myself because, when stuff really started happening, I jumped into activism because I'm just an activist at heart.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to step back and say, are you doing too much? Like, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
And like I had to just do a little bit of evaluation of my emotions, and I also talked to my therapist about it too, like being triggered by the show.
Mm.
And it was suggested to me, you need to watch your content.
Mm.
Watch what, because I also watch a whole lot of news. Like, I'm a news
Yeah.
junkie, I'm a politics nerd. And so yeah, it was just a time when I had to say, okay, you know what, let me step back from these things that I am consuming.
Mm.
And I'm gonna say, since I stopped watching the show, I've been in a much better mental space. I'm less triggered, and I'm not letting things trigger me, my anger and anxiety and stuff. But I feel like the
Mm.
millimeters, the way the millimeters were formed is because we were triggered by the show.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like a natural thing to want to look out for Mel, to want to you know be active in supporting her.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that the millimeters do need to take a step back and let Melody do her due diligence on her own.
Mm.
I was looking at the chat, and they were talking about, they were going wild looking at his ring finger, and somebody was like, had to say, no guys, that's not his ring hand, and all kind of stuff, like really evaluating, like, picking this man apart. I'm like, he's a stranger, y'all don't know him, y'all
Mm.
don't y'all can't try to pick him apart like this. She just met him,
Yeah.
you know. So yeah, it is a point that the millimeters get to when they overstep. But I just want to say this. I love, he could be Arab. To me, he looks like he might be Ethiopian or Eritrean, like Nipsey Hussle.
Oh, you
Uh,
think so?
Yeah, like those men are very tall, and they have a little bit of a, well, because I know, because I have done a whole lot of research on the slave trade and all that. The East Africans do have a little bit of Arab in them, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I love a fine Arab man. Like, I don't know if y'all remember Janet Jackson's husband,
Mm-hmm.
her ex-husband. That man was fine, fine, fine.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Rihanna's ex-boyfriend, fine, fine. Those are some beautiful men. I'm
Mm-hmm.
in playing. So my hat's off to her. Go out there and look at the world, look at the men of the world, and have your fun. That's all I had to say.
Yeah, enjoy life, and you know what, Bad Apple, I keep telling you guys, I don't forget much. So I remember you sharing your story as far as when you were a child and all of that. You know what I mean? So I'm glad that you were able to recognize. You're right. I do think that a lot of us may have been triggered, or and I think that uh, I'll say I rallied behind her because of the treatment. You know what I mean? So I don't think that I was triggered in that way, excuse me, but I don't want it to seem like, and I know that you're not saying this, and I don't want it to appear that we're saying this. The millimeters are great. Mel loves them. Everybody is the bomb, and I think we definitely need to continue to support her. But when it comes to just her grown woman decisions, um, I think we need to step back a tad bit. I
Yeah,
didn't. Somebody just put in a comment that they were. It was Betty, that they were very disrespectful to Shanita. See, I didn't pay attention to the comments
Mhm.
because I was recording and watching while I was working. Wow. Why?
yeah. It was crazy chit chat. They were
Hmm.
like, why the questioning? This isn't about that. This wasn't supposed to be about that.
Wow.
And they were just correcting this lady, like she didn't have no business speaking or whatever, because they got mad.
Oh,
What happened was when she asked about Sheree, and that's when they really got started going bananas. And she had to take a minute and be like, "Hey, Mel is my friend in real life. She told me to ask these questions. Y'all chill out."
yeah.
It was real. It was rude, and it was kind of embarrassing.
Yeah. Now I do remember at one point Shanita was reading the comments and she said something like, "Girl, these people crazy," or whatever she said, but I didn't see, what was said before. But yeah, that you don't want to give off the impression to her friend. That's her friend. You know what I mean? And they have
Mhm.
a friendship and respect. And I thought the question was great because naturally people would want to know that.
Yeah,
And it's not a big deal, especially when it's coming from the heart like that. That was her friend asking her, "Hey, how you feeling about this?" or whatever. So I didn't see anything wrong with it. But yeah, I just want, and it's not my business because I'm not male. So, but I think we all need to be just like a positive reflection when we are diehard supporters of hers, a positive reflection of that. So,
yeah, because I was embarrassed for Mel.
yeah. And maybe she was too, you never know. But I think people have good intentions, and that's why platforms like mine are here, so we can talk it out. Maybe people just don't realize it, to a certain extent of how things can come across.
Yeah,
So yeah. But great points. I'm glad that you have pulled back. I'm like you, we got a lot in common. Well, since I started my channel, I haven't been able to watch as much as I used to, which is probably a good thing. But yeah, politics, everything. And yeah, it can be a bit much. So I'm glad that you recognize that. Glad that you talked to your therapist about it. And yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna jump back down in the chat. Y'all enjoy the rest of the
All
show.
right. Thank you,
Thank
Bad
you.
Apple.
You too.
Good bad apple. That's what I call you. All right, we're gonna go to sis next. Pink Diva. Thoughts on what we're discussing? Ali, the overprotectiveness of male. And while you talking, I'm still listening. I'm gonna look up this male doula that they were talking about.
Hey everybody, I agree. I have to agree with what Debbie said and also what Bad Apple just said. I think people tend to lose context a little bit. Mel is very smart. Mel is a whole businesswoman with multiple businesses, a divorcee with 4 children. Mel knows what she's doing. And I more so looked at when she went live with Ali. I looked at it more so as a security measure. Mel is very smart and she's very calculated. That was her way of letting people know who she was with.
Mm,
She went live with him. And we know how things happen at these resorts when you're by yourself. She's traveling by herself. That was a security measure. She wanted people to basically know, hey, if anything happened, this is who I was with. He just happened to be a nice guy.
mm,
Um, and I think that, she was networking again. She's having fun. She's single. But I think people need to understand that she's not dumb by far. She's very smart. She's
mm,
not naive. This lady, like you said, is almost 40 years old. So she's just having fun. And I think sometimes people can take the protectedness a little bit too far. A lot of these people are keyboard thugs. They do a little too much behind these keyboards and they come off as disrespectful because some of the stuff that these people be saying in these chats are so disrespectful. And you have to just take a step back and look at yourself. Like, for one, who are you to make these type of comments under somebody's live, for one, and especially when you're talking to professional people, you're under a professional individual's
mm.
live chat, and she's having a professional conversation with, her friend who happened to be Dr. Shanita Foster. This lady is her friend, and she was asking questions, but some of the things that they were saying under the chat was just so disrespectful. And you just have to look at, like, who are these people? I get, you want to be supportive, but you can't step like this to everybody that she comes in contact with. I get we saw how the people on the show treated her. If you want to go at those people like that, that's fine. But just people, these new people or either older friends that she has, just coming disrespectful at those type of people is so out of context and so kiddie and childish to me. So I just don't understand the concept and how some of these people, it's a bit fanatic and it's a bit overzealous and it's just a little too much at times. So I think people just need to let Mel do Mel. I feel like she is surrounded by a village of people who have her best interests at heart. And I know that she has friends, best friends, that, like most of us do, when we are contemplating dating someone, we'll go to them like, what you think about him? Or either her mom. So she has those people. So it's not like she's just out here all by herself and everybody. I think people are kind of misconstruing the reality show with reality. I think they're taking it a little bit too far. Yes, she is a reality star, but she's also human. So, and then she also has, a personal life outside of the show. So you just have to know how to, just like she was telling Martell and everybody else, you have to respect her boundaries. You have to know how far to go.
Mm.
It's okay to you wish her well and say whatever. Yes, I can be a supporter of her, but you'll never catch me under her live just going at people disrespectfully. And these are people you don't even know. And then when you pull the curtain back, like, who are you?
Mm.
You just the internet thug at this point. You just sitting behind a keyboard,
Wow.
and she don't make her decisions based off what we think she should do. She's told us that on several occasions. She see what people say, but she don't make her decisions based off what other people tell her, how
Mm.
other people tell her she should move, and what other people tell her she should do. Like, again, this is a full grown woman, a business boss. So she knows how to handle her business. She didn't come as far as she has just being naive. She's
Right.
not naive by far. We've seen, her growth and maturity over so many seasons of this show, and then even outside of that. So I feel that she can handle herself, and people need to just chill out a little bit.
Mm, 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 mm. Look, misconstruing reality show with reality. Great,
Hmm.
great point, sis. Also, as far as that could have possibly been a security measure. And you're right about that. With me, just the giddiness and the life that she had previously, I think that she really realized that she met a great friend. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But I get it. We know that Mel is not one to show anybody on live, and that let me know as well that look, this is somebody that I can possibly network with. She was excited about the field that he was in and all of that. But you're right. I think that like you said, she has a village. She has her people. She's smart. Mel has been dating, and I think that she's grown enough, aware enough to know what you should and should not do out here, just like we know. If we're in a situation, maybe single or whatever, what you should and should not do. So I think that let me read Teresa's comment. I agree with this as well. She put, I think that the negative or overbearing comments are probably from non-supportive people hiding in the bushes and in the trees. That's
I
how.
agree.
That's what it was.
Yeah, this is definitely not a bash male support system. And I agree with that because there's a lot of them out here
Mhm.
that say some sick stuff, excuse me, right on Facebook. I shared something with my members last week that was absolutely disgusting. So yeah, that could be it too. We all will definitely continue to support her. But when it comes to grown woman things, if a woman may want to have a night out on the town with a gentleman that she met, is nothing wrong with it. She know what to do to make sure. But I also understand the caution. It's a lot of crazy folks out here. So I get it. But we do need to give her the benefit of the doubt. So
And
great.
we can actually look at that when she told us that the helicopter guy, was coming in buying helicopters and buying her all of those roses, and she had the discernment to say he wasn't for her. We know she
Mhm.
know how to make the decisions she needs to make for
Uh-huh.
herself.
Yeah,
She's not slow.
right. Because in a joking manner, when I say I would have ganked him, that's my yank
Listen.
broke him off. Okay. But hey, being the woman that I am, you can look at that like, oh, that's a red flag. You doing too much too soon. You know what I mean?
hmm
So
And I
yeah,
think just at the end of the day, Mel is a businesswoman. And when you are so business minded like Mel is, it's kind of hard to turn it off, even when you are on vacation. So after talking to Ali, she was able to realize that I'm sure he was dropping some gems on her that she could use and apply for her own business ventures, as well as she probably was dropping some for him, and they formed a connection that way. So they had a lot in common because this man was dropping knowledge just on the few minutes he was on that live with her. So I
right.
can only imagine how the rest of their conversation went. So Mel is a business mogul, and she knows how to network with people. And I can almost guarantee that they walked away with a connection,
Yeah,
even if it was not a physical attraction, but just on a business level.
yeah,
We may see him again in the future with them partnering up to do whatever they do. And, I believe that she just is genuine. She's a genuine person, and people just gravitate toward her because of her personality. And, once they come in contact with her, they learn that they have things in common. And, I'm sure they built a great business network.
absolutely. I know it would be someone, and vice versa, because she has a lot that she's
Mm-hmm.
accomplished as well. But yeah, it would definitely be a connection that I would keep for that reason alone. You know what I mean? That's how a lot of people. And I'm not gonna say Mel is getting started because she's doing the damn thing, but that's how
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people grow their businesses and get into other areas and all of that. So that's what I saw as well. Handsome man, for sure. And look, I think that if down the line Mr. Ali becomes a prospect or a candidate of her dating or whatever, that is her business. You know what I mean? But I see it too as just a networking friendship because I know that if she got a little butterflies in her stomach just from talking to him before he was on live, she wouldn't have put him on live. That's how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, great point, sis. We are going to move over. Next, I had Hannah Grace, I believe. Hannah, Then,
Hey, how's it going?
yes,
Yeah,
Hannah, you're next. After Hannah, we got
yes.
eating. Hey, Hannah.
Hey, QT and the crew, Cutie crew. How y'all doing? I know everybody's doing good. But listen, I didn't see any comments, so I can't comment on the comments. But
Mm-hmm.
what I do remember is that Melody, when she started her live the first time, she had just came back from the skydiving or whatever she was on, and she said, "I met this guy, and I'm getting ready to go down to the pool, and we're gonna go live." A
Mm-hmm.
while later, she came back and said the guy didn't want to go live. So she asked, "Do y'all think I should go to dinner with him?" People just gave their opinion.
Did
I
she
was one of
say?
the ones.
Did she say that he didn't want to go live?
The first time, because see, they went diving, and
Cause
she said she came up to the room and she said, "Look, I just met this guy," and she told us all about the little test that he gave her about, I can't. She ran down. I can't remember everything, but it was he took her through this test where he talked about a horse, he talked about a storm, he talked about all these things, and he asked her. And she told him, and she was so impressed that she came back and told us. And she said, I'm getting ready to go down to the pool and we're going live. That's what she said, because I want y'all to see him. He's some eye candy and all of this. She came back and she said, well, he said he didn't want to go live because we were all waiting for
mm-hmm.
them to go live. So then she said, should I go? He wants me, but he wants me to go to dinner. Should I go? I was one of the ones that said, no, don't go, but get his contact information. So
Mm-hmm.
then later on, she came back and they were live. Okay, that's fine. But the people she just asked, I'm assuming people just gave their opinion based upon their life experiences. A lot of, like QT tell us all the time, she watch all those ID channels and this, all that. I watch all that stuff too. I used to watch it a whole lot more than I watch it now. People are really crazy. They do all kinds of stuff. But I think this guy might be, he probably who he say he is. And see, at first when he didn't want to go live, I was suspicious. That's why I told her to go, don't go to dinner.
You sound a little leery, Hannah.
The
So
first time, yeah, because he wouldn't go live with her. And I'm like, why?
I took it differently. Maybe I didn't look at that part. Maybe I missed something because when she came back and she was talking about it and she said they were gonna go to the pool, but I thought she said, and he wants to go to dinner. And I'm gonna tell him the only way I'm gonna go to dinner with you is if we go live.
No, y'all missed. She went live like two or three times.
I saw the whole story about the cube and all of that, but didn't
Oh,
she
you did?
I think that was LaDawn that just said that. Didn't she say during that second live when she was talking about the cube and the horse and the sandstorm and all of that, Arizona, the flowers on top of the dome? I remember it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she said during that live that he wants to go to dinner, and I'm gonna tell him the only way I will go to dinner with you is if you go live.
No, you missed something.
No.
She came back and said, when I go down to the pool, we're going live because I was waiting."
Okay.
Then she came back and said he didn't want to go live because he had never been live before. But then
got social media.
he
Yeah.
agreed to go live.
Well, maybe he wanted to be presentable in a jacket and nice little button down shirt and all of that instead of being in a relaxed atmosphere.
Well, he don't really do social media, so maybe he just ain't comfortable with being on camera. Everybody is not into video chat and all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. You're so
But
right.
he does not have social media. He don't even have those things. So it's not far-fetched that if he don't have them, that means he's probably really not comfortable with it.
Yeah.
So, look, Don, what did you think I was saying that for, though? I'm just in
the beginning, I got what you were saying, Hannah. Trust me, I got what you were saying. Like, that's suspicious in the beginning, but when he did go on live and she explained how he didn't have social media, it was like, oh, okay. But I got what you were saying when he wouldn't go
Oh, okay.
live the first time. Yeah, I got it.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. I thought I was saying something, but anyway. But bottom line is, she asked people, so people were giving their opinion. So if they went overboard, I hardly ever read the comments. So, but I think that, like everyone's already said, she know what she's doing, but you got to be cautious out here with these people. And then he seemed like a really nice guy. They did seem like they really clicked. They look, I mean, he is a handsome guy. She said he was handsome. And I think what she was really excited about is because he told her that he wanted to be a billionaire. So she thinking in her mind, he must already be a millionaire, which I probably wouldn't have jumped to that conclusion. But anyway, and then she started telling us about,
I said I would have, if he's doing the work that he's doing, and I'm assuming so, with Tesla and Apple and all of that in the field that he's in, he's definitely in the millionaire category.
Yeah.
You know,
absolutely. I agree with that, but I'm just saying I wouldn't have jumped to that conclusion just based upon him saying I want to be a billionaire. Yeah, but once you find out what he's doing, yeah, more than likely he has a lot of money. But anyway, they look. I just think that she's going to make the right decision. I think it's more of a business type relationship that she's looking for more so than anything. But if something else comes about, grow into it or whatever, maybe they will. But I sure hate that guy gave out his information, because who knows that not Slaw Dog Hotel over there might be over there lurking around in the bushes. But anyway.
He called him Slaw Dog.
Y'all with these nicknames, they be like, I can't even keep up. They be in my comments call. I don't know what all these names are. So Slaw Dog, I'm assuming, is Ariana.
Who is Slaw Dog, y'all? So they be calling him everything.
Hotel.
Slaw Dog. He everything.
It could fit either one, QT. It could fit either one, Ariana Martell.
I think it's both of them.
Slaw, but that gotta be coleslaw.
I think it's both of them.
Both of them.
Slaw Dog.
They birds of a feather. They flock together. So in this one, I was talking about Martell, but shoot, coleslaw might be over there lurking too. Like that lady said, I see you lurking on my page again.
Right.
But
He
either way,
don't have no money no more, so I need to find me somebody else.
Well, they rented a fishing boat the other day, so they doing a little bit all right.
Well, yeah, but that's all I got. Again, I think that Melody is definitely just having fun, and she's looking really good. She's looking confident, and we'll just see how it go. I'll be waiting. That's all I got.
Yeah. And you know what, Hannah, you are absolutely right. When I think that people will always have suspicions, especially in that setting, because she did travel alone and all of that. But like I said, I just feel like, she's not slow. And I think that she, Pink Diva may be right. Hey, I'm going to show his face or whatever. I must admit, my first thought was, and, this is with anybody, even if you go to a bar, if you're drinking something, don't leave your drink unattended. I was just thinking that because that's a natural precaution that I say to my nieces and everybody else, because, sometimes somebody could slip something in your drink. I didn't think that he was going to do that, but I just think that comes with having, being cautious. So, but I also think that we don't want people to be miserable in life. We don't want people to be, what's the saying, old maids, where you just, whatever the case may be. And I think that she is a good judge of character. And yeah, I see nothing wrong. It was 24 to 36 hours ago. And, it seems like it's going to be a budding friendship, and maybe it won't, but, I enjoyed their interaction with each other, because it wasn't just him saying, oh, I like her and I want to date her. This man was talking about business, and we know that's what she's about. So great points, Hannah. We will swing back around to you. Succeeding, what are your thoughts on the topic? overprotectiveness of male.
Yes. Good afternoon. Good evening. I'm sorry. I don't know what time it is. Everyone in chat, it's been a long day. I had to stay up with you all, though. But I think that, people are quite, they're quite, they feel like Melody is their little sister, their daughter, their aunt. She's many things to many people. And they've built this attachment that is kind of common that people have today with reality, stars. They start thinking they're their friends and they feel they find that person they relate to.
Mm-hmm.
And they feel like they could give her their unsolicited as well as solicited advice, because I agree with she has real friends though, although we are supporters of her, she has real friends that are there to support her. Do you think with a friend like Dr. Shanita that she needs, too many other friends? See, I'm that friend like Dr. Shanita. So when you have a protective friend like that, they're there for you.
Yeah.
They dissected everything that Dr. Shanita said. Like, she asked a question about Stormy, and someone put in there, why are you asking her that? Ask Stormy. So everything that she said was dissected by people that think that they're protecting her, but they were actually disrespectful of her friends.
Mm.
And you know what scares me? That they're gonna make Mel be like Beyonce and don't even mingle with the fans. You
Mm.
know, she might now not want to, well, not now, but if this keeps on, she might not want to bring her friends on the lives and stuff like that, because it's not fair for people to be attacked like that when they do nothing wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but when you're a friend like her, you could hold your own, so you don't really take that personal. Because chit chat, truth be told, let someone talk crazy about you, we'll snap off on them too.
Mm-hmm.
And you
And
know what?
yes,
Mm-hmm.
in a second. And I
Mm-hmm.
also think like some people, now I remember meeting someone and she had never had any male friends that she didn't date. And some people, and I find a lot of people I see even in the chat, they see a man and they've already put her in a relationship. And I guess I don't
Married
think
with
like
two
that.
little
Because chit
kids.
chat, you've been in these Chicago streets. So when you in these Chicago streets, you could be on your way to work and you've met your lunch date,
I'm telling
or
you.
you've met somebody on the way to the train and you met someone that you're going to have cocktails with, at a nice place. And so you need men in your life that are just professional men sometimes to go to professional events that may be work related that can hold their own.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I think a little bit different with respect to that. I don't think, oh, there's a man. Oh, man equals, and I think as
Mm-hmm.
women, we have to, think a little bit wider and not necessarily just think of men where, ooh, that's a good date. Because
Yeah.
that person could be a good person that knows someone when you want to buy a car.
Mm-hmm.
That person could be a good person that may know someone that could, you're looking for a house or you're looking to refinance. And, so there are
Mm-hmm.
different people for different situations.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's how Melody, because she's a businesswoman, that's how she thinks. She's meeting people. I remember going on a trip once, all my friends canceled. And so I went on this cruise by myself. And if I had gone with friends, I would not have met the people that I met.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
so when you're by yourself, you have so many options, because if you're with your friends, you typically just mingle just with them. So people that I saw that were in groups, but Melody is, she has a big personality and she's there, and we should always be networking. That should be our life of
Yeah.
networking. No matter where we go, I go to the post office, I'm networking,
Mm-hmm.
because you never know what you may need, and you're able to call someone. I know one time, like, I live in Northwest Indiana, and my old secretary in Chicago, she couldn't, they had a lot of snow years ago. And she said, I couldn't get out of my car, my driveway. Well, I made a call to, I said, you're going to make me make this call to my ex-boyfriend. And she said, okay, so I made one call. That next day, her and mom were able to get out of the garage.
Mm-hmm.
They had been snowed in all week.
Yeah. Yep.
And so I think that we should always have our net open where we're just open and looking, to meet people, just, to build relationships no matter where they may go. And I
Mm,
think that's kind of how she thinks. But I do think people are protective of her. And I think they're disrespectful.
yeah. 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 You know what? Great points. First of all, I love that profile pic of the background.
You like the Buckingham?
Buckingham Fountain. Um, but yeah, like a lot of people are saying in the comments, like you said, first of all, networking is very important. I'm married and I travel solo sometimes. Now,
Yes.
it may just be last summer I went to, was it last summer? Yeah, it was last summer. Just went on to Malibu. Then I went to Santa Monica Pier, had me a nice room, went to Rodeo Drive. Some weekends I'll shoot over to Vegas. Now, I must admit, I'm not just open and talking to everybody.
Right.
Can strike up a conversation with people where that friendship may continue. And you made a great point as far as we can give men the option of being friends. Everything does not lead to being a romantic connection. You know what I mean? Yeah. So great point, succeeding. I totally agree with you. And like we're putting in the chat, a lot of people saying everybody, well, some of them may be imposters and all of that. I just think we have to be aware of some of the things that may be said sometimes. What I do hope that will always continue is this support for her, because we know that the others are looking for that to find a flaw or fracture it in somehow, some way. But I just don't want her to have to come out and say, look, guys, relax. It's not that deep. Or I felt like you guys shouldn't have said this to Shanita or whatever, because then they'll say, they see, she feeling some type of way about her millimeter. So,
Right.
I think
Yes.
we have to be careful.
And I have just one more thing to say is, she's been, I mean, think about it. She's been with this idiot for all this time, and she
Mhm.
was not able to fully flourish, the way, I'm sure she held back not to make him, because think about it. We didn't see how dumb he was until, the rug got pulled from under him. And so, if we're the smartest person in our circle, we need to change the circle. She was
That's
the smartest person in her circle. And I remember this guy, he was, I used to sell art, because I wanted to buy art. And so I sold it for this company where you did in home shows. And this guy, he was a rocket scientist and he was the vice president of the company. He said, if you can't change the people, you have to change the people. And
mm.
that's the last thought that I had.
If you can't change the people, you have to change the people. Wow,
Mhm.
that's deep. I'm gonna write that down. But yeah, I agree. Like-minded individuals is what I get from that. And if they're not on your level or operating the way that you are, then yeah, fall back. Fall back. So great points. We're going to go over to Anne, and after Anne, we got Maritha. Anne, what's your thoughts? Are you there,
Part.
Anne?
I
Okay.
feel like Mel. Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Mel, a healed woman is an infectious woman. Her smile is changed. You see
Hmm.
her eyes. She's happy, and that's infectious. And a lot of people that are pure mind and pure heart, they gravitate to people like that. Like she has. It seems like if you meet her, she has a kindness about her that you can see through and through.
Hmm.
And a lot of great women try to fix average, mediocre men. And we all have seen a lot of women, like even Kimmy and Maurice. Maurice may be an idiot, but he's not dumb enough not to find a woman that compliments him.
Hmm.
And when you have a compliment on your arm, it can change the perception that you may put out. Like if you notice, Maurice has kind of changed, and but Mel, she has such a lasting impression that Martell will never be able to shake her. she has blessed his life in so many ways, and he's lost. And she has every right to be happy, and I'm glad for her. I don't care if she's not dating him; she could be dating him, but there's many men out there waiting, many men.
Yeah,
I really think that she's going to meet her soulmate.
I do too.
So and I just really think there are a lot of imposters out here that call themselves millimeter, and you can just tell by the chat, like people that want somebody to be happy, you don't torment them verbally. Like what they did to Shanita was just ignorant. And she's a very intelligent, smart woman, and I think anybody that's attached to Mel becomes a target.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
Wow. I'm gonna have to go back and look at the comments on the Shanita live. Like I said, I do remember her saying something about the chat, and she was like, "Girl, these people," something she said. But like I said, I was working. But yeah, I think I think everyone
They were
has.
rude.
Yeah, I think we just have to make sure we have her best intentions and interests and everything in the forefront, and just really, really realize she's a mother of four. Yes, she was married to Martell, but Mel, she's dated and all of that since then. And I think that she know what she doing. So I do thank you, Peggy, for putting that. Peggy put, let me see, and Teresa Wright, thank you so much for the super sticker. Let me see if I can find Peggy's comment real quick. Oh, shoot. Oh, no, that's not it. Peggy said something like she met a great human being. And I think we have to realize that as well. It could have been a woman that she could have had that same interaction with. You know what I mean? But I get it. People want to, in a way, protect her because we saw what she went through with Martell. But when it's coming across as being rude and disrespectful to people that she's hosting on her platform, I think that that's when people should fall back. So great points. I'm so curious to see what my sis Maritha got to say.
Good evening, everybody. Well, you know what I took from it. Yeah, maybe she was showing him as a precaution, and that was a good thing. However, she said they were parasailing, and he was shy. In other words, he was kind of timid to go parasailing, and that's how they struck up a conversation. A conversation. And I just see it as you on vacation. The both of you on vacation. That was one way to she encouraged him to parasail. And at first he didn't want to come on. It's not because he didn't want to. He said, he never did anything like that before. And so it must have been refreshing to have, to talk to someone, that's on your level and, intellectually on your level. So, and then, to have him come on, and I did see that with him and her on, and I'm telling you, it was, he dropped a lot of nuggets and a lot of gems. He really did. And some of the things that he, talked about, it made me go, I'm going to try that, and I even told somebody about it today. I said, I'm really going to try that. And it's basically just common sense. And that's what the man have. And I didn't take it as, like a love interest or, something like that. I just take it as, he was kind of infatuated with Mel. And there was a nervousness about him, maybe because he was going on live, but he was next to, and Mel's skin was just glowing. I'm telling you, Mel, her skin was just popping. And so, of course, when you see a woman, a male stature, walking to the pool, walking to the lounge, walking anywhere, and just her confidence, the way she carries herself, you can't help but to be intrigued and say, well, I'm shy, but I'm going to go over here and see what she all about. Right. And that's what that was. And I do see it as opportunity because you don't know what may come down the pipeline. And he's such an exquisite speaker. just like Mel.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like you can understand what they're saying and you can follow along with what he was saying. And it was like it was, even though he was nervous and you could tell he was nervous, he was still giving you nuggets about life, just general stuff about life. And and I could imagine that the conversation between, with him and Mel, they were having some deep conversation about life, about business, because she is a business woman after all. And I'm sure at some point they talked about business because, he said he was like a business doula. And and I know a doula is somebody that help you bring a baby into the world, bring something into fruition. So that's what he do for other companies. He go and give them, okay, you need to do this, 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 and so it's gonna end up like that. So that and a mind, just to have a mind like that to talk to. Oh man, just imagine the conversation. And and then to think about the people that she's surrounded with. I'm not at no point am I saying she's better than them. She just outgrown them. And because when you have a conversation with someone who worked for Tesla, Apple, whatever company that called him, he just flying all around the world basically. And you talk to someone like that, and then you go back to Huntsville.
Child.
Right. And you have to be with Maurice, Marcel, and Martel, and
and then you go back to Huntsville, and the only thing that makes you happy is doing your 7th Avenue and your children, because you don't even have to talk to them people no more, because the conversation is just like coffee that you done left out all day, and you go back to drinking it, and it don't taste like it did when you first, made a fresh pot. So it's just okay, whatever y'all say. Okay.
Right.
But,
If Mel was dating him, we know she wouldn't have put him on camera because she already said she ain't putting her people on camera. She already know better than that.
Yeah.
And with Mel, Mel, people got to understand these people on this show is not Mel friends.
Right.
They never were. Mel has some real friends. That's professional women, that's professional people. Those, she got real friends that she like Dawn and her friend that she was on live with, and I'm like a couple of people that was in the chat. I don't, male people. I know the millimeters can get a little carried away. But however, I'm not going to say but, I'm going to say however, at the end of the day, a real person who follow Mel and say they down for Mel, and I'm a millimeter, they wouldn't disrespect Mel. They wouldn't disrespect Mel friend because they did not want to disrespect Mel.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And they knew that would have been a reflection on Mel. So, people are going to be people, and, it's going to be everybody's not going to like you. And I'm pretty sure Mel and her friend and the doctor have had a conversation. And this is not new to this lady. She knows what's going on with Mel because they are friends.
Right.
Yep.
Keyword.
Somebody in the chat said a lot of people saying that those have to be imposters. We'll put it like that because we definitely don't want to dim the light of these true supporters. But somebody said, please say some millimeters and not all. And we definitely not saying all. And I'm not talking about, I don't think any of us are talking about people in a negative way. We're just saying that some of the things that's said maybe in the chats could be looked at as a bad reflection on her, So, yeah.
Well, I'll say it for you, Cutie. I'll say it for you. I'm not saying the millimeters because I don't think a true millimeter would have did that. But exactly. I think they're like, I think they're imposters. I think they are the haters, the secret haters that be in the bushes. So I will talk bad about them because they trying to tear Mel down.
Mm.
But based on some of the comments, I don't think that that was their intention. I mean, I don't agree with them, but I think they really did think they were protecting her because they were, why are you asking her that about Stormy? So, that's not coming
but,
from a
but
place of,
succeeding.
Mhm.
Remember, before they went live, the day, couple days before, they said they was gonna have this talk and they were
Yes,
gonna question each other and ask questions.
correct.
So therefore, that left the table open that we knew they was gonna have some questions because she said it. Doctor,
She
what's the
did.
name said? Because I want to know
But she
what's these
gave the
people.
specific subject that she was going to talk about. Because that's where, if you notice in the chat, people kept going back. This isn't about love. This isn't about self care. That's where they were going back with
Oh
that.
wow! I
You
gotta
know,
go watch the
But
comment.
she changed it up
she did.
because
And
she
they were,
changed up
she
after
did.
the
It,
first live.
yep,
She said they was supposed to do that, but then she said, "Yeah, but I want to ask you some questions because I be reading all these comments and I want to
correct.
know where this is coming from." So
Mhm.
on Monday we're gonna go live. She still switched it the couple days before, so we still went in knowing that we was gonna hear some questions and hopefully Mel would answer those questions because we want to know a little more too on
But
her end.
But who would you rather ask you a question like that? Your friend, or let's say somebody that's interviewing you that you don't really know? I felt it was great, the questions that she asked Mel
I
and
did too.
the questions that Mel asked her as well. It was an exchange
Mhm.
between two girlfriends put out here on public display. And Shanita does do a lot of work in Africa, so I'm sure she misses a lot. So if she happens to catch Mel live and she see people saying this about what
Mhm.
Stormy did, Atisha did,
Right.
I believe that she had legit questions.
She
I
did.
also think that she wanted to make sure that her girl was okay as far as her being in the same space with Sheree. That's a
Correct.
Mhm.
real friend that's going to ask you this out in
Right.
public. And Mel let her know, look, I didn't even see the picture that you're talking about. I
Right.
didn't even see it. So I
Right.
thought that it was a great example of sometimes you should be challenged by your friends or asked tough questions by your friends. I also love the way that they started this friendship. She said she had been crying and she was on Instagram or wherever platform, whatever platform she was on. And Mel just happened to reach out to her and say, look, are you okay? And I'm here if you need me. So I think that they both have a good friendship, and I'm gonna say, because I don't want to put any negative light on the millimeters. We're gonna be representing Saturday, I think, for the name change. We're not putting a bad light on the millimeters. We're gonna say the imposters. The imposters, just be careful because it can make her look bad. We don't want her real friends to say, "Oh, I can't deal with her because her support
Right.
system is too much."
Mhm.
Yeah.
But Chad, I don't think her real friends would think that way. And if
Right.
you're and you right what you said, I like for my friends to challenge me, because I'm not in my mind, I'm always right. And I
Yeah.
don't ever do anything wrong. I don't want to be around nobody, don't see no wrong in me. I'm not saying that I'm wrong, but if I don't see it, I would like to have someone around me to call me out. And it's
Yeah.
okay because that's what friends do. People have not been don't understand what friend is because in the world we live in now and with social media, you just don't know what a friend is because people just turn on each other and people done turned
Right.
on you and people done turned on me and you don't know what a friend is. So when you have been hurt the way Mel has hurt, trust me, she do not call the Scots, nobody in the Scots friends.
Mhm.
But
Right.
when she's
But
introducing,
I think that Dr. Shanita, she did not take it personal because she know that Mel has fans, and everybody is not on one accord. That's
Right.
why
She
Mel
did not
asked
take
them to
account
stand
personally.
down. She
Yes.
did not take it personal,
Nope.
and Mel asked them, "Oh,
And
stand
then,
down. This is my friend."
oh,
So all that was cleared up.
Yes.
Everybody not gonna be on one accord, and some people feel how they feel.
that's
Dr. Shanita didn't take it personal. Mel took care of it. So I
And
say
they
let it
calm
go.
down. Yep, they
And
calm
it
down.
calmed down.
Hmm.
Okay,
So
so I missed that part as well. I didn't hear her say stand down. Well, that's good.
Oh yeah,
And
she
Queen
she
yeah,
Sheba
stopped
was
it.
she told the millimeters, this is
Hmm.
my friend. And
Yeah,
it's
Right.
all right for her to ask me these
Yep.
questions. It's
much.
not like I have not been asked before
Hmm.
because I have.
She
Mm,
sure did.
and
okay.
Queen Sheba told her, the doctor, don't look at the comments. Stay focused on your live. Like, just don't even pay attention to
Yeah,
the comments. Just talk to Mel.
track by
Yeah.
him.
Right.
Yeah.
And what Dr. Shanita was saying, I found it was so interesting. And by you can't your mental health, you can't put that in other people's hand. That's
Right.
yours.
Right.
She said some friends would just come and go in her closet and think because she got the purses and she got the shoes and she got all this, and they could go shopping in her closet and don't even see, girl, I need help right now. I'm struggling, and all they can see is what you have, and because you have all this materialistic stuff, this material stuff, they feel like you're happy. And it's not that, it's not like that. And real friends kind of recognize that.
Right.
Sometimes they could bypass it a little bit, and then they'll bite back and, girl, you all right? What's going
Hmm.
on with you?
Because I'm gonna tell you when she
Wasn't that?
said that.
Give
I'm
me one
sorry.
second, Conceited. I just wanted to respond to that before I forgot. That was so deep when she told that story about how she was sitting there in pain and depressed and sitting on the floor in the closet, and the girl just shopping and shopping and shopping. Now I don't know if she, because like I said, I was working while listening. I don't know if that's still her friend, but I think a real friend would have recognized their friend and the space that they were in at that time. Yeah, because she ended up saying like another friend came and got her every day, right? Or was that the same person?
I
No,
don't
it
know,
was
but
a different
I think it was a
person.
different person, right?
It was a different person that
Yeah.
came and got her every day
Hmm.
and took her to the park and
Yep.
Yeah.
helped her get back on her feet. But when you have people like that come in your closet to get stuff and don't even look at you and see that you're not feeling good, those are not friends.
You
That's
won't.
why I say using that word friend too loosely. Those are fair weather friends. They just coming to get what you got. They not concerned about your mental health, your physical health, or anything else. They only want what they want and what they're after from you. Those are not friends.
Yeah. Because I tell you, I've been that friend where I had a friend and I used to go shopping in her closet. We've been best friends since high school. And one time I went to her house to shop in her closet like I usually did. And there was not anything in there hardly. Her brother, who had an addiction at the time, had stolen everything. And but she hadn't told me, and I said, where's this, where's that? And she's like, I don't have any. What do you, I thought she was joking. So at that moment I took her to Lord and Taylor. I took her shopping. I
Mm.
let her buy whatever she wanted.
Mm. I've never had a friend that's or vice versa, where I just went in their closet and, looked for stuff. Now if I say I used to, my attire is much more relaxed where I live now, but when I was living in Chicago, working in the corporate world, I really used to change out my wardrobes like I would say every year, at least every other year. Now,
That's why we would go shopping, is because
right.
we would change out our wardrobe. So you see
Right,
what I
but
mean?
I offered. I put the invitation out there. Hey,
Exactly.
come see what you want. But I've never, had somebody. And it seems like in this case, if Shanita's sitting there in pain and crying and
Right.
depressed, it seemed like this person just took it upon herself to go in her closet.
Yeah, they weren't a friend.
Yeah,
Right.
It wasn't about her being in pain because girl, Shanita probably trying to talk and she's like, girl, okay, you know how you have listen, and because they was there to get what they want and it wasn't important. So, with her and Mel, when like-minded people get together, don't too much phase that.
Right.
hmm
Because that's when it's like sometimes you can form a connection with people and you could just feel it. You could just feel it. This my person right here.
Right.
These my people right here. So and when you have that bond, you just said, when you have that bond, that's when your friends sit you down and say, girl,
Right.
now you was so out of pocket then. And all I'm jumping, you sure was,
They
girl.
hold you accountable.
Exactly. And they don't exactly. And those are the type of friends that Mel have. So now she appreciate them now because of the people that she had to deal with on that when she's dealing with love and marriage in Huntsville. I see now nothing. I'm not gonna say nothing phased this lady, but this lady has a peace that the people
Surpasses
that's
all
trying to
understanding.
that's exactly what I'm trying to say. That sometimes you could be so peaceful you don't even understand why. It's raining outside and you just as happy as you could be. You don't see the problem.
And
And
the
you got
more
to go out there
peaceful
and
she is, the more bothered they are, because it's kind of like they can't get her. I had this manager like that once, and no matter what she did, and it would never work out that way. And they're more bothered because they can't destroy her peace.
I think Mel is in a real good. She's in a good space. She's in a good place where she can handle what she has to handle. She's got new products coming out. And she's moving on with her life. It's sad that the people on Love and Marriage Huntsville are not. That's not Mel's fault. Mel got to go on. She gonna meet more and more people, and they gonna sit where they at. They might be on Love and Marriage, or the show might end. They'll go back to their lives. Mel is gonna go on with hers.
Yes.
She's got good friends. She's got a lot of doctor friends. Those women seem to be strong. They seem to be there for one another.
Yes.
And all this foolishness. Like I was looking at Mr. Ali, kind of nice looking, got a little Persian in him. I like that his shirt was clean, didn't have no ring around the collar around it.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
What'd you say, David?
Yes.
Debbie,
Well
something
done.
else. You hear me?
Debbie.
That's what
He look like he smell good, He look like he smell good. Let that lady have a little fun, And all these young women that's out here, it's summertime. Go out and have fun. Go to places. I live in Chicago. It's a lot of things to do.
Yes, it
Go
is.
out and have you some fun. Because as soon as I have my surgery, I'm going to be out there having me a little fun at the Navy Pier
You
and
gonna
a
be
lot
at the
of
pier.
places.
I
Okay.
know that's
And
right.
they had a festival coming up.
Oh, yeah. So, don't sit around and just, sit in your house. And, I know you have to be careful, cautious and everything, but you can't live in fear. You have to go out and enjoy life.
Yes.
And that's what Mel is doing. And she's showing us,
Exactly.
after all that she's been through,
I still stand.
you can enjoy life.
I think it is an example to all of us. But and also think Martell tried to give this false narrative that she didn't have any friends. That was the lie that he tried to sell us.
Right.
Martell over there beating the ceiling, the wall, the floor, and everything else. He's so mad, know what to do.
With his
And that nice
head.
looking man. I know he's somewhere. And I'm laughing at him.
He beating it
I
with his
laughed all
head.
night.
That head
He's
like
sitting over there with Ariana. And I bet Ariana got that email. She gonna try to slip an email.
Girl.
She need to sit down on those bums. They sitting over there. I know he mad. I know he's so mad, especially hearing about the man that wanted to send the 250 roses that throw his roses in the garbage.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even though Mel didn't accept them.
Listen,
He left them in the garage.
250 dozen.
3,000 roses.
Yeah.
2,000 dozen roses. $12,000 worth.
Yes.
And that was a red flag to me. When you really think,
But
to a certain extent, if they could afford it, maybe it's not. We look at a lot of these celebrities and their homes is just filled with flowers everywhere. So maybe But she
But
wasn't.
look how she turned it down. That show what kind of woman Mel is.
Mhm.
That's
She
right.
can make her own. She want to make her own. Like the lady say, he talking about he would have bought you a car. No, I want to do this on my own. I
Mhm.
Exactly.
want my blessings from God. I don't have to use nobody to get what I want. That
Right.
said a lot about her character.
Yes, it did. It really, really did.
Well, I'm gonna get kind of messy and kind of petty with what I'm getting ready to say. I don't know if it's messy or is it petty. Y'all can make the decision.
What is?
However,
Oh Lord. Okay, Marita.
you know when Martell came out with his picture on the boat,
But
on the boat. So,
Canoe.
so
backyard.
No,
you
canoe.
know when he came out with his picture on the boat, Mel came out with her picture, and I'm not saying Mel was trying to be petty or be messy, but sometimes when Mel is being petty and messy, I peep in the way she talk. She said, "Hey y'all," she got that little that little country twang. "Hey y'all, I want y'all to meet someone. He's kind of shy," and she turned the camera around to Ari, and they was see what I'm trying to say. They was on the boat. She was over in the water somewhere with a someone who wanted to be a gazillionaire, and somebody else said it early. This man said he want to be a billionaire, not a dollar heir.
Right.
So
So, and he wasn't. Martell wasn't even on a boat. I know a friend of mine had a little yacht downtown Chicago. He was on a dinghy, 8 to 10 feet.
I said they had heavy rain in Huntsville, Alabama. He was right there in Marlene's backyard from that heavy rain.
Yes.
And pour. That man, I know he was really on some water, but yeah, no comparison.
No.
Now, Aretha, I didn't look at it like that. But what a difference just looking at him and the potential. I'm gonna speak on the one that was really a potential suitor, which was coming into town to buy helicopters.
Mm.
So what I'm glad about that came out just yesterday was Shanita revealed that this man, well established man, and my girl still turned him down.
Mhm.
Then a couple hours later, look who she meets, somebody else. You know what I mean? So yeah, that I don't think it was on purpose.
I
But
said I was being petty and messy. I
yeah,
said that in the beginning that I
But
was being
you
petty.
gave us a good laugh, though.
I
I thought about that
said,
dinghy.
and
yes,
I totally agree with what Debbie said. That shows you the type of
Mhm.
woman
yeah,
the type of woman that she is, her character. Because now, come on, ladies, for real, for real, for real. Back in our days, I say our whole phase. Somebody talk about buying us a car. Yeah,
period.
You know what?
yeah.
Okay, so
Period.
so I didn't want them to think they own me, so I didn't even let them buy me a cocktail, honestly, because you couldn't get rid of them.
Oh, I was a hustler chick. I should
You
have
couldn't
had
get rid
man
of them in
eater.
Chicago. Them
Look,
men.
and
Well,
look,
I'm gonna tell you something. I had a man buy me a car, a
Okay.
Mercedes Benz,
that
and I took it.
That's right.
absolutely. Yeah, especially if we get into the dating point. But
Mm-hmm.
even, like I said, I guess it's who you hung around and what they had going for each other and all of that. It didn't even have to be a sexual relationship.
Right.
Some men they speak with their pockets, and if
That's
they
true.
trying to win you over and all of that.
I'm
But I
trying to find me a sugar daddy now.
But see,
look,
the thing about it, you don't
Rita,
give them nothing.
That's
and
right.
See, when you don't give them none, you get more gifts.
That's
You get
Now
right.
that was my thing
conversation.
back in the day when I
Hmm.
was a young woman.
That's
I
Get
right.
ain't giving nothing. I'm
conversation.
getting some gifts here. Now you like me, you want to do this, all of that. That's good. But
look,
see, once you give some, then it seems like they slack up and don't do nothing. See, that's
look,
That's
why you
right.
can't give
Exactly
none.
right.
It's just like that dance. You give them a little leg and you take it right back.
You just have to
Mm-hmm.
show them the little slit in the skirt. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. That's all. Keep it
look,
moving.
But
succeed.
these microwave hoes don't know that.
Well, that's why they get cheap gifts. That all they
Mm-hmm.
get is some nails and some hair and all of
Okay.
that. You got to know how to. It's It's rulers to this game. You know, if you
is.
want to come out with
Mhm.
something, you know
That's
what I'm
right.
saying.
Let
You
me
don't. You don't
tell
have to
you
get in the
guys.
bed.
Let me tell the Chi-Town folks a quick story. You guys remember Crazy Howard McGee and all of that, right?
Yes.
And he used to have his little boat
Oh
jams
yes.
at Navy Pier.
Mhm.
So just what
Mm,
we talked
mm.
about, ganking like Maritha talking about. I'm with Maritha. I've had
Mhm.
but my little fun.
We done had the little skirts on.
Look, a guy from the west side. Somebody in my comments said they from the west side. Guy from the west side was smitten with me. Wanted to take me to Crazy Howard McGee. Wanted to get a room at the oh my goodness, I think it was something like the Embassy Suites,
Oh,
whatever.
okay.
Yeah, so that's when you're in your 20s, you're thinking of something. But anyway, I said, sure, my sister has to come too. And my sister came. He bought her a ticket to the boat, bought her room at the Embassy Suites and all of that. We dated for quite some time. And this was my ganking phase. And
Mhm.
I'm just gonna be honest with you. That man used to Western Union me money, and we lived in the same city. I
Yes.
didn't
Mhm.
want it to come my way. So
Yes.
sometimes men could do some things,
Yes, they
women
can.
do
They
it too.
sure can.
I'm not saying do it now, ladies, or whatever. But in my day, yes, you gonna pay me for
But
my time.
But it depends on how you play. You have to know how to play it.
You
Right.
do absolutely. But yeah, I
Yep.
That's
said,
But
why I
just
say it's
like that
rules
little
to this.
girl said, girls could be players too. So
Yes.
Mhm.
you just got to know. You got to know how to play the game. Because that's exactly what it is. It's a game.
Right.
However, we're at an age now that we are more mature, and
Right.
those things are in the past.
We
And
could teach a class though.
Huh.
huh?
We could teach a class. Like I would not go out with anyone I didn't know on a Saturday. I used to tell them that's a premium day.
period. Okay. Yes. Look, I had some fun. You guys still there?
Yeah.
I think
Yes.
Oh yeah.
okay. I think Cecilia made. I had some fun in my time, and you know what? I wasn't sitting somewhere rocking and crying and with a heartbreak and none of that. Me and
No.
my friends, we lived our early 20s. Now I told my cutie crew members, my first marriage, I got married young. I was 23, 24. Biggest mistake of my life.
Me too.
You know, but I can count on one hand and a couple fingers of how many people that I've actually been with.
Mhm.
But yeah, you know, coming from Chicago, especially, and when you have a family of uncles and brothers and all of that, that they taught you the game.
Yes, they did.
Mhm.
That's who
Yes,
teach
they
you the
did.
game. Yes,
Yeah,
they do.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
don't.
they
Well,
do.
other men, I didn't hang around women because that wasn't my thing, hanging around women. I always gravitated towards the men as friends. And that's who hooked between my dad and the men that I hanged around with that wouldn't let me go certain places and wouldn't let certain people approach me. They taught me the game. And I talked to my daughter about it. I told my daughter about it. And these are things that you sit down and you talk to your daughters about, because when I was going out, I had everything I was going out with. I had my money. If I wanted to drink, there was a club that didn't open until 12 o'clock at night. When it opened at 12 o'clock, I sit at the bar. I had buy my own drink. You want to buy me a drink? Okay, that's fine and good. But see, ain't nothing that go on.
Right.
I always had my own, and I never traveled in a pack with women because that just wasn't my thing. I just liked to hang around men because I feel like I learned more and I got more when I hung around. Okay, he all right. Now you could talk to him. He cool.
Yeah.
That one's good right there, but that's a bomb. You don't even need to talk to him. Now you can't talk to her. That kind of stuff. But just like the lady said, we got some of these microwave ones out here now. They done messed up the game for the ones who coming along. So
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yep. I just wish the generation would change. I'm over the stripper phase,
Yeah.
everybody they show everything and it's too much. I mean, we at a young age, like I was telling some of the ladies with the clubs that was mentioned in Chicago,
When we went
dress.
to the Chic Ricks and the
Yes, dress to
Oh,
impress. You know what
yes,
I mean?
fit.
And
oh yes.
yeah, and look, I like wearing short, tight, all of that, but
Mm-hmm.
still covered. You know, you can't see my butt crack. You're not seeing all. It's just too much. I'm so glad I'm not a part of this generation today. It's too much.
Yeah.
And like LaDon said, yeah, it's microwave 304s, and they
Mm-hmm.
basically just give everything away.
$5. $5.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's sad. But
Highest bidder.
speaking of, speaking of
Lowest.
your point, Maritha, real quickly, as far as you saying Mel would have been petty. Look, I would have put on a show, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I would have rubbed on Ali's arm and everything just to give folks, and then probably barely said bye to him when the live ended. You know what I
But
mean?
she did give us a show because she let Ari talk. And when
Yes,
Ari was talking, and
she
when Ari told us what he did and what his goals are in life, I want to be a billionaire. I am a business doula. That probably went over some of them head because they didn't know what what that was. But then when he explained what he do, he goes to companies like Tesla and Apple and those high and power for companies, and I work with them. I tell them what to do. I tell them what they want, and I
Mm.
deliver that for them. So yeah. So she was you know,
Let me
But
read
I
you
thought Mel
guys.
said that he was a CEO of his manufacturing company, that Tesla and Apple would come to him because she did say he was an engineer.
Mm-hmm.
She said all that in the beginning.
Right.
So they bring him
but
their problems and he straighten them out.
yeah,
Right.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He bring their whatever their problems is, he straighten it out and bring it into fruition.
Yeah. Let me
Mm-hmm.
read
So,
you
He
oh
guys.
yeah,
delivers for them.
Let me
that's a
read you
good
guys.
job.
Let me read you guys this. What I just searched for. What is a business doula? There really isn't. I didn't find too many definitions, but this company, I don't know if this is their like mission statement or whatever, but it says I coach ambitious, spiritually minded women to monetize their expertise, create their lucrative signature system, and land high ticket clients on repeat. So that kind of lines up to what we were, as far as the description of what he did, Ali, especially working with those companies, is like probably in a coaching aspect as well. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So yeah, he
Hmm.
was a good guy to me. I didn't give him the sad at all. Like I said, thank you to whoever said naive. I think he was just naive for putting his email address out there. But that comes with not being tainted. You know what I mean? You're not tainted where you think that, oh, this could happen, or
Right.
people start he's not tainted in that way. So
But I'm pretty sure Mel, she kind of straightened him after they got off live.
mhm.
With her charm, she just say, "Look, I don't think that was a good idea what you just did. So this is what we're gonna do." Because he said he don't have any social media, and then he go, "You gonna help me, do that?" And she go, "Yeah, you know how she has that little high voice. Yes, I help you." So,
Yeah,
And you
I
I think,
enjoy.
yeah, and then then she got to go back to Huntsville and
right. Right, with those crazy
oh,
people.
yeah,
It,
yeah,
but the
yeah,
good
yeah.
thing is you could put all those filters in those emails, and those that people don't know it, but their emails be going right to spam.
Oh,
Mm,
okay. Well, that's probably where
yes,
they will be going.
that's good. Bad Apple, what are you talking about? The price drop. Look at me. I'm crazy when it comes to shopping. When did the price drop? Say you thought it was $40. You guys, let me know what y'all talking about.
What was $40?
I don't know. I'm nosy. All in these comments. Let me acknowledge a couple super chats. And guys, we're gonna get out of here because I started late, so it's midnight for some people, 11 for others. So we're gonna go back up to the top and get okay, bad apples here. We're gonna get final thoughts. We didn't even get to much of Stormy, what Shanita had to say about Stormy, but Nidra, thank you so much for the super sticker. Mary Kelly, you put I love to be challenged because there's always room for improvement. Yes. And
Yep.
I'm gonna read though. It's not like I don't think that I'm always right unless it's with my husband. But I like a challenge too because I'm a strong-willed type of person, and I've always had friends that sort of come to me for advice. So you guys know the little saying where it says sometimes check on your strong friends. That's the true thing. And I think that we need to make sure, as especially women, that we do that. People that you may just think that's just strong, 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 check on them too. If things don't seem to be going in, like they're operating like they normally would. So that Apple, I'm glad you're here. What you talking about in the comments that's you thought was $40?
Well, yeah, just like Empower You Wellness and Tarot said, the price of a cheap 304. That's
Oh,
the usual going price, right? Like,
girl, you talking about a 304?
I mean, that's the standard price, isn't it? I mean, that's what I thought. That's what I've always been told. Like, that's
Sure.
what I've always seen on Facebook or, you know,
I
and
wish.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm about to catch me a quick deal. I'm definitely
Okay, I thought maybe the book had went up to four.
not
The
those.
book that he
but
told us
but
about.
for real, I just wanted to explain what a doula is.
Okay.
So a regular like standard doula is somebody that
help
helps you birth your
childbirth.
child,
Right.
right? So a business doula is literally somebody who helps you birth your business. They take you step by
Got
step
you.
Right.
Got you.
on how to get your whatever you need to make whatever it is that you're going to make, like your supplies and everything, down to your manufacturing, down to your distribution and all that,
Yeah.
to make to the end product is put out to market. That's what a business doula is. So I totally
Much
understood
more
what he was
said.
saying. Like for different manufacturers or whatever, like for Tesla, like somebody like him would like, oversee the design,
Mhm.
decide what kind of materials are going to go into the product, how it's going to be made, and even down to how it's going to be marketed to the public. And that's pretty much it.
Thank you for breaking that down. And that lines up with, as far as the product, the engineering side of him as well.
Right.
Yeah.
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 Oh, they make big, big bucks. Thank you for breaking that down. And Leah just put that as well. She put, you are correct. A doula or doulos by nature is a coach, a person who
Right.
provides guidance and support, whether in business or childbirth.
Yeah.
He's a helper. Yeah, bring it all together.
Erica
Help
Badu,
me. Yeah.
Erica Badu was
Tiana Taylor. I mean,
Tiana
Summer.
Taylor's doula and recently Summer Walker's doula.
Summer Walker. She
Yeah.
was. Yeah, see, I knew what a regular doula was. I had just never heard of, but it makes sense. It really does. Bringing something to fruition.
Same difference.
Huh? Great,
Yeah.
great, great. Thank you for that, Bad Apple. Real quickly, let me say that, sis, Pink Diva, I know you. Okay, well, it's 11 your time. If you sleepy, sis, thank you for modding. I don't want you to oversleep or anything. But we are going up for final thoughts, guys. We're gonna go to LaDon. After LaDon, we're going to Succeeding. And go ahead, LaDon. Final thoughts on everything. I think we cleared up everything as far as
Yeah.
the millimeters are strong, and we talking about the imposters. We were.
Yeah, no, millimeters, we are good. And I'm overprotective of the millimeters as well. That's why I don't like when they try to make it seem like we're doing something crazy. That's why I say things like that, because I'm overprotective of the millimeters. I don't want them, blaming the millimeters for everything that goes wrong. Half of the time it is imposters. So that's how I was feeling about that. But I'm going to go on, and I'm really suffering. I'm really in pain. And
What's wrong?
I told you, both my knees, my back, my hips.
Oh,
I'm surprised I lasted as long as I did.
oh,
But you ladies have a good evening.
I hope you
You
feel
And
too.
better.
You need us
uh
to send you some salts, some bath salts and stuff.
Right.
child, I got patches on. I got heating pad
Do you have
on.
salon paws?
What's that?
Those
Look.
patches.
Yep. Look. Try those. That may work for you.
Oh, Salon Pod. You can get them at
Mhm.
CVS.
Yep. You sure can.
Okay.
Very reasonable.
Okay.
Wow.
Thank you.
Hope you feel better, LaDon. Hope to see you
Get
in Memphis
better.
only Thursday.
All right. Good night, ladies.
Good
Good
night.
Good
night.
night.
All right. Succeeding. You are next, my dear.
Okay, well, look, I think we've all summed it up, but I'm gonna just tell everyone to join the at the Biz Duel, which is a movement on Facebook and Instagram.
Say it again for me.
It's at the Biz, is in zebra, D is in delightful, OUL, a movement on Facebook and Instagram, because behind every successful woman is a tribe of other women
Mm.
successful who have her back. Now that's what they said. I didn't come up with that. So that's a movement that they have about the business doulas.
Oh, okay. Wait, I'm trying to find it so I can drop it in the chat. I'm on Instagram now. So is the
At
business?
at the
Mhm.
Bizdouul.
All right. I got it. I got it.
And it's a
Screenshot.
group coaching step-by-step strategies to turn your ideas into lucrative business ideas, and a holistic combination of spiritual, business, and mindset training for women and entrepreneurs who are ready to take their business. And the last thing I want to say is, everyone, link with your business owners, link to SCORE, SCORE in
Mhm.
your area. They will help you. They will give you a mentor to help you write your business plans and launch your businesses.
Oh, wow. Dropping gems. I'm going to put this on the community, on my community wall. So the biz duel, and also you just said link to score. That's a
Okay, and it's just SCORE, and it's all capital letters. SCORE is usually in the same office as the Small Business Association. So
okay.
they have a relationship, but they have seminars, they have virtual seminars. They have one that's coming up next week. I'll give you the date before so you could put it out there, and they will help you to launch your business. They have a template for you to write your business plans, but they have people that are executives that are that have worked at banks and all different areas that help you to birth your business, and they don't charge anything.
Nice. Thank you for that. I will, like I said, I'll put this on the community wall. Drop some gems tonight. Thank you so much, Succeeding. I really, really enjoyed you again. So yes, please make sure to continue hitting the link and coming up and spreading that knowledge with us.
Oh, you know what? I want to say, you remember last week I said to you all, I didn't know why they didn't talk about Tiffany's business. If they would not had not pre-recorded the show, I would have thought they were watching your show. Isn't it
Really?
funny that they brought that up when Tiffany was in the bedroom? And
It's true. That is
they
true.
watching you.
Yeah, they all watching, child.
They have never brought up Tiffany's business and what she did.
They didn't, and we've been wondering. So yeah, I know a lot of people don't like Messy Tiffany. I like Messy Tiffany for now. We'll see how it goes, but I really don't think she means any harm. But it could be harmful. She
I
could.
think that really is her personality.
Yeah.
Some people are just kind of tackier than
hmm
others with it. And I
Yeah.
think that really is her personality. And then we have to realize that she was raised kind of differently.
hmm
All
Yep.
our
You gotta be
backgrounds make
careful.
us.
She gotta be careful. You ask the wrong person those type of questions, and it could be on. So, yeah.
I
But
don't think she would ask if she wasn't on reality TV.
I don't think so either. I think the production put her up to that. I really, really do. But we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. I got a little mental note because I'm sick of Carlos being all up and through these other shows' business. Now he's upset about the Marlo and Candy exchange, and you need to be focused on Martell's exchange with Mel. Can you
Right,
talk about that? You know.
right.
So yeah, that's a whole
Yeah,
different
he has
topic.
enough. Have you all talked about, maybe I missed it? Have you all talked about Sheree backtracking?
As far as
Now saying that she's not dating him, Martell, and
I did a whole video on it the other day.
I
I
missed
sure
it.
did.
Okay, I gotta go back and watch it. I was
Yeah,
at my
she
dad's.
backtracking big time, big
Oh, you
time.
know what? Yes. Okay. Yes.
And I think the reason why I think is with everything that's coming out, but I think people just want to try to protect this man's image for some reason. Because look, if I was dating him and I found out this man was plotting this and that against his ex-wife, if somebody asked me, "Are we dating?" No, and this is why. So that's what I don't like. People still don't hold Martell accountable, and it's like they're afraid to talk about it. You know, I don't like it. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, Sheree backtracked on a lot. She said she didn't have any work done. Then it's actually pictures and video of her getting something done to her face. I don't know what it was. So
Because every time someone says, "Oh, Sheree is so beautiful," we don't even know what she looks like because she doesn't even look the same from season one. And when you look at her, the picture with the phone booth, she's not even the same complexion.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, she's a nice looking woman to me, but I would own it. You know what I mean? If I
Right.
had something done, I would own it. I do
Yep.
think that she didn't go overboard, and I hope she doesn't. I think Sheree always did have high cheekbones. Those look a little higher.
Yeah,
So
they higher.
yeah, I
But
hope she's not
but she
getting
always had
Botox.
high ones. Yeah, nice high cheekbones.
Yeah, getting a Botox and it started to make them look like, Catwoman. It's too much. Too much. But yeah. But thank you so much, Succeed.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Okay.
joining me.
Everyone have a good evening. I'm gonna
You
go
as
back in the chat.
You
Bye.
too.
All right. Next up, who we got? Hannah. Let's see. Hannah, we're gonna go in this order. We're gonna go Hannah. I'm gonna end it off with Debbie and Maritha. We're gonna go Hannah, Bad Apple, and then we're gonna let Debbie and Maritha go together because I know they're gonna lay it out. Raw.
No.
And I love me some Hannah. Hannah is sweet with her shade. Hannah got some shade, okay? Don't
Yeah, Hannah always try to see the good in everybody.
yes,
Hannah
don't,
has school teacher shade.
yes, she does. Yes, don't slip on Hannah Grace. Look, I get a joy out of Hannah saying, listen. When Hannah say listen, I know it's about to be on, okay?
Hey, Chit Chat, thank you so much for letting me come up. I have enjoyed this conversation. I tell you, girl, you talk about what's her name? Sheree's cheeks, high cheeks or something. It's too much. And she went a little bit overboard, right?
Yes.
But what I wanted to say, listen, this is what I wanted to say. I know I saw your video that you did about you were upset when Martell posted that fifth child after he had said he didn't want his other kids on social media, right?
Uh-huh.
So now, and that was a firestorm of videos done on Martell. People talking about him on the boat with Ariane and the little and his son. But Mel topped them all when she got out there with Ali. So I think we done kind of what Martell got going on over there because Melody, she's smart. So I'm like Maritha now. Maybe that was a plan, maybe not. But either way it goes, I'm glad she introduced us to Ali. I hope they build a friendship or whatever. And I hope they collaborate on something. And I'm pretty sure Mel got her. I could see the wheels turning in their head of hers. Like, what can I do to get a bag with him? Money making Mel. So I'm proud of her. So we'll see how it work out. We are all excited that at least she's better friend and all of that good stuff. So that's all I got to say.
But you were absolutely right, Hannah, as far as being cautious and taking proper precautions, especially when you're solo. So yeah, I don't want to make it appear that people that were concerned were wrong, because no, that's natural. You know what I mean? So I think we were solely talking about the imposters. That was, if she's being pleasant to them. I always say this. I sort of, when it comes to giving commentary and all of that, I go by what she put out. So I used to say, people, oh my God, this is going to happen to that. If I see her get up in the morning, she's smiling and laughing and engaging with her people and all of that, I'm not going to get on here and yell and scream, Mel, somebody after you. You know what I mean? So I think we just have to pay attention. And I think when it came to Shanita as well as Ali, if people would have just looked at her and how she was interacting with them, then do the same. That's what I think.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you also, Chit Chat. Mine went a little bit farther because I'm thinking, these people they'll come up on you. You'll think they the best thing since sliced bread, right?
Mhm.
Then they turn into a martell on you. So people only talking, giving her advice through experience. Because I'm telling you, I have met people, they are the only thing they do is try to find out who they can prey on. I'm not saying this is the case. I'm just saying some people who was putting those comments in there probably think, hey, I met a guy just like that, and look what I got. A wolf in sheep's clothes. So anyway, but I'm pretty sure I'm not thinking this is this case, but I'm just saying people that were saying that kind of stuff probably just talking through experience. So
and
anyway,
I agree with that, Hannah, that a lot of people may see experiences of theirs in other people. But I also think, like somebody else said, Debbie, I believe it was Debbie, you can't live in fear. It's not like she's saying, okay, guys, I'm clicking off live. We about to go back to the room. You know what I mean? So I do think that you can't live your life so closed off where you're not even willing to sit down and just have a conversation with somebody. It's a whole lot of, what did Tisha say? Devil in a sheep.
yeah, a devil in sheep clothing.
Devil in sheep. It's a whole lot.
You got that scripture all messed up.
Yeah, but take the proper precautions, and there's nothing wrong with meeting people, sitting down, doing what they did, having dinner. We see she's okay. She arrived back home. She back glammed up, and she all right.
Yes, and I agree with you. You shouldn't live your life in fear, have fun and all that. And I'm glad she did, because I'm telling you, I was in her comments saying, do not go to dinner, just get his contact information. I'm pretty sure she didn't even see it, but there were people in the comments probably saying the same thing that I said, because
you were slanging and banging in the comments, Hannah.
Yeah, I'm like, don't go. But anyway, because she asked, that was my opinion. But a lot of other people were saying, go have fun. And I'm glad she did. Because like you say, sometimes our life experience, we project that on other people, which we shouldn't. But anyway, she did. I hope everything turned out good. And I'm glad, and I hope Martell actually saw this nice looking man who wants to be a billionaire, and she had her feet and his feet and all of this other stuff on her Instagram page. So good for her. Go Mel.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see y'all later on. The next live, I will be here.
Members only Thursday.
All righty. Good night, everyone.
Yeah, we'll talk more about Hannah. Speaking of Martell, real quickly before I get to you, Bad Apple, I know it's this big thing going around as far as cancel Martell Holt. I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts on that. If Martell come out here and show his ass, I'm talking about it. I'm documenting everything just in case, and I hope that other content creators do the same thing, because just look at what happened even with his interview with Queen Sheba. You know what I mean? If we mute this man, we may get some valuable information just from some of the things that he's doing. For instance, him going and posting Knox and not his other kids. That's valuable information that can be used for Mel if she plans to go back to court, because the only thing she got to say is, look, Judge, he made a big fuss about how he didn't want his kids on social media. Well, why is this one okay? That's an excellent point of reference. When it comes to putting them in a light to where they're going to shine, I'm on Knox's Instagram page right now. He has 157 followers. Nothing has blew up. You know what I mean? And that's what I think people need to realize. Martell and his actions, Coleslaw and her actions, unfortunately, even this page of Knox's on Instagram is going to suffer when it comes to that. But all of my content about Martell is what it is, what he put out here. So I just wanted to put that clear. I'm not against the cancel Martell Holt, but again, if he does something, says something that I feel like needs to be brought out here, I'm talking about it. I did, Joyce. I have to go back and finish though. Carlos and DJ Richie Sky. I did. Joyce, if you're still here, drop down and let me know. Was I doubt it because nobody else on YouTube has mentioned it. If they mentioned Martell, I don't think so. But go ahead, Bad Apple. I'm sorry, guys. Go ahead, Bad Apple.
I just wanted to say about Martell. I think, yeah, he is posting Knox, hoping that it'll bother Mel, but or and the millimeters too. But I think he's mostly doing it for Slaw. I think all the hoopla about all of these women that he's been involved with, I think he's been having to save face with her. So I think the posts of Knox are mostly for her.
I don't. I think he's using that baby, and I think Ariane too dumb to realize that to get at Mel. Just my,
I mean, yeah, I think he enjoys that part of it. Yeah. But she was on the boat with them, and he's never really posted himself with her. Even though he didn't show her face, everybody knows that was her on the boat. Like, he wouldn't have Knox around some other woman. I don't think, because
girl, he didn't have the other kids around.
But Slaw is crazy.
She said herself, do he have his oatmeal? She don't even care if he's around other women. She said that herself.
Well, you might be right. But I mostly wanted to say something about Stormy. I wanted to talk about the Stormy question that Dr. Shanita asked her. I really think that Stormy, she already had, I don't know if she already had feelings toward Mel when she was, pretending to be friends with Mel or whatever. I think she really is mostly an opportunist. And I think that she kind of got spooked when Mel changed her number and she didn't hear from Mel anymore. And she probably was thinking that Mel had found out something that, she may not have been happy for Mel to find out. Because in the scene at Kimmy's party, she asked, is there a trust issue here? Like, what's going on? And it just seems to me like she made some kind of judgment about why she didn't hear from Mel prematurely, without really knowing exactly why she wasn't hearing from Mel. And she just decided, oh, well, if she's not effing with me no more, I'm going to go over here and F with these people, And she just made a premature decision. But she let her opportunism get in the way of her situation on the show. And I really think that's really it in a nutshell, especially because her mama already had said a bunch of negative stuff about her. And she knew that Mel was going to find out something. So I just think that's what it is. And now, like somebody said earlier, and I've said it before, she really feels like Mel is competing with her. A lot of people feel like Mel is jealous of them and competing with them or whatever. It's delusion. I don't know how they can come to that, but I think Stormy has a feeling about Melody that, Melody is competing with her. And I feel like she has a little bit of animosity that Melody's business is doing so well so early.
Well, that's insecurity.
Yeah, she's insecure.
Right. That's
She's
on her.
she's very insecure. It's very obvious that she's insecure, and that's really it in a nutshell, pretty
Right.
much.
But great points, Bad Apple. I see that as well. I see it as insecurity and jealousy. And the reason why, and it's strictly against Mel. And the reason why I say that is again, when Tisha dropped this alleged product that allegedly is Stormy's, allegedly. But we didn't see the moves that Stormy made when Mel dropped her products. Stormy kept saying, I did this. Well, here go my post from 2016, or here go this from 2017, whatever the case may be. So yeah, it's insecurity, and it's a shame because I think they would have been bombed together as far as two black women doing the damn thing, and it's unfortunate. It really is,
Right.
and it just showed to me her motives from the beginning. From the beginning. I also think that she let her mother get in her ear. And that's what I was going to, well, I did say that. My parents didn't, friends. Now, naturally, if it was somebody that was bad, that may have been out here, let's say it was a female friend and she was known and sleep around or whatever, then they naturally going to tell, look, you can't hang with her. That girl too fast or this or that. But other than that, my mom didn't read into people like Betty say like Stormy said her mom did with her friends. That's weird to me. Weird.
Mhm.
But let me say this real quickly. Peggy, I heard the same thing. I heard that, and you would really have to go back and look at that picture. I heard that was Mariah on that boat. That's what I heard. That was Mariah. And if you look at the picture, the arm was, to me, smaller, where you would think it would be, mid-teen or, child. So I'll have to look at it again. I got it in my phone. Matter of fact, let me look right now. Let me see. But yeah, at first glance, everybody was saying that was Ariana. Let me check. It may even be in my pictures. Let me look. Well, I'm not gonna do that. Well, let me see. Let me see if I can find it real quickly before we go, guys, because if so, I'll pull it up. Let me go to my photos and check. Um, come on. All right. 1 second, guys. Let me see if I can find it here. Oh well, I can't find it, but I'll try to find it and maybe post it or something. But yeah, they said that was Mariah, and I do believe the kids were with him, but with him not being able to post them, maybe that's why that was only a portion. That was, not a portion, but her arm that was shown. Not sure, but I wouldn't put it past them. I wouldn't want my kids around that girl at all, at all. And like Shanita said that she feels that way as far as her kids being around all of these women. So Martell is just a mess. But let me stop rambling. I got Debbie and Maritha. Whichever of you want to go first. Final thoughts on everything. You guys dropped some gems tonight.
Well, I go. For me, it was unfortunate when Mel went live and what happened. However, it happened, and I'm pretty sure the doctor is okay. Mel is okay. So
Mm-hmm.
that one says not that big a deal. But Mel know her people, and she know the attitudes of her people. And yeah, there are some that can be extreme, but I don't believe it to be that extreme to attack someone that says that Mel and that they are friends, and Mel say that's my friend. So your true friends they can come hard at you. they can come hard at you. So as Mel said, I think the millimeters are smart. Even the ones that's way up there in the bleachers, I still think they're smart too. So,
Sure. Mhm.
so I don't think they would have did that. That's that on that. And then, with Martell, he gonna always be in competition with Mel, and he's gonna use whatever he can, whoever he can. So no one is immune against Martell using them to hurt Mel. But I believe now, from what I am seeing, and when Mel found out that she had the go, that she had the green light to go to change her name. And this is what I am seeing. Just like Debbie said, she was a cocoon. Even after the divorce, she was kind of shut in. Couldn't, because that last name. It was the stigma of that last name. And when this finally happened to where she can change her name, and I don't blame her, because I said Saturday I'm gonna put on my black silk pajamas, and I'm gonna have me something to drink and something to do a little something with. And 6:15, just like I'm at the country club, celebrating Mel changing her name, because it's overdue and it's well deserved. And you know what? As far as I'm concerned, I see this as like the end of that chapter, the end of the Melody Hope chapter. Now
Yeah.
we're getting ready to see Melody Shari Rogers chapter. And
Mhm.
it's going to be amazing. And on this journey, what Mel has been on, Mel has, for such a time as this, Mel was the vessel that God used to show women. I feel so happy for her. I am the type of person, I love to see a black woman win. I don't care. I love to see a black woman win. And and I'm all for that girl power, woman power, that black girl magic, all that kind of stuff. I'm down with that. I really am. And I am so happy for this woman. And just to be out on a this woman has shown. And even with the conversation with Ari, I took so much from what he said, and these are the type of people that this woman is around. The doctor. Just imagine what other type of friends Mel have that pour into her, because she has poured into them. So, and those are the type of people that you want to be around. It's like the domino effect. When you move up, I go up. You learn from like-minded people. And I'm over the moon happy for her. I'm happy for myself to even, I don't know her personally, but to even know this woman, all adversity she's gone through. And now, you know what? This is actually Mel's time. This is the time of the black woman. This is black women time now, because we are a powerful group of people.
Mhm.
We're a powerful group of people, and we're seeing that with Mel, and we see that with you, with the other content. Queen Sheba and the Silver. Mind of Lid. Those type of people that make you sit down and think and go. I really do need to start doing that. I need to focus on me. So when you have something like that can empower women, that's a powerful thing. So
Yes, it is.
it is, and my last thought is, again, I'm just happy for Mel, and and I like your back porch, your patio, what you had.
Thank
I
you.
that was so cozy and looked like you just go out there and sit and just solve the problems of the world. So yeah, that's what I see. I like that, encouraging black women, women of power. So
And
that's
you
my
and,
last thought.
and you contribute to that as well, Maritha. So I love it as well, and I do think that it seems that more and more of us are trying to come out here with a purpose. I always say I'm still gonna let loose, so you guys know I will cuss a person out in a minute as far as when it comes to the treatment that I've seen. As far, I try not to go personal, let's say content creators, whatever the case may be. But when it comes to the treatment that we've seen, as far as that Mel has gone through, I'm with you. And that's what I mean when I said that she's bigger than Love and Marriage Huntsville, because she's basically birthed a movement of women that's come together. And we may do this in our regular, normal day-to-day lives, but we're supporting her as well as each other. So, I appreciate everything that you have to say, all of your words of wisdom. Thank you so much about my backyard. I can only enjoy it probably for another couple weeks, because it gets to the high triple digits here, 115, 118. I try to take advantage, when I can. Yes, I'll be on lockdown. I'll be hibernating inside starting in this middle of June. Normally it's much warmer, but starting July until September, I'll be on lockdown because it's too
But
hot.
we don't be in the we're in the double digits now. We always are in the high 90s. And in July, August, August is when we really get to the triple, like 100, 101 or something like that. But yeah,
Yeah.
those are
Oh,
my kind of nights, thoughts. So good night, Deb. Good night, Chit Chat, and everybody that's in their chat land.
good night, Marika. I know it's late where you are, so thank you so much for staying up late with me, and I appreciate you. Hope you have a good night.
You as
Good
well.
night,
Thank you.
Marita.
Good
Good
night, Deb.
and
Good night, Marita.
real quickly, Bad Apple. I had planned on talking about that a little bit today, but maybe tomorrow. I'm gonna start mixing in a little more. I'm thinking about doing like a chit chat with QT, hot topics, little show every couple days to talk about things that's going on. But yeah, that's a mess with Anita Baker and Babyface. I'm disappointed in Anita Baker. But yeah. All right, Debbie, lead us on home with your wisdom, Debbie. And Debbie, I hope you are feeling better. I know you said that you are, but I can't wait for you to be able to get out there in them Chicago streets and enjoy. Summertime shot is the best when it comes to the weather. I miss
Yes,
it.
it is.
Yes.
Well, I just want Mel to have fun. She works hard. I know her and Shanita were talking about going to Dubai. I
Yeah.
just want to see some of the lives from Dubai, the fun that they have. You
Mm-hmm.
know, from what we saw with Mel, with her funny side and talking to Ali, she'll make a great host of a talk show.
Oh,
She
yeah.
has a personality. Love and marriage is ending. Mel has given black women strength to do what they want to do in life. And
Yeah.
she's shown that it can be done. Get
Mm-hmm.
you a plan. You can do what you want to do. You don't have to suffer in silence. You don't have to be in relationships that don't benefit you or treat you with respect.
Mm-hmm.
She's showing women you can step out on your own. You can do this. If
Yeah.
somebody say that you can't, look at her. She's an example that you can. And
Mm-hmm.
women, they don't have to be with abuse. Now, Chit Chat, I work with DV women,
Mm-hmm.
women who have defended themselves against their abusers. And
Mm-hmm.
whether it's pre-trial, post-conviction, we bring them home from prison and try to unite them with their children
Oh,
and
wow.
get them employment.
Oh, wow. That's beautiful.
So
Oh,
that's why I stand with Mel,
yes.
because she's trying to educate. She gives women examples.
Mm-hmm.
She's moving. She's a great example for all the women that's in a relationship that doesn't benefit them. Or
Mm-hmm.
even if they are,
Yeah.
you are too.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have shown women that they can do things that people say they can't or they thought they couldn't. You give them the confidence.
Mm-hmm.
You talk to them. You encourage them. And that's what we need, because you've done it for me.
Oh,
And
Debbie.
what you help with me, I take to other women.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to say thank you for that. Thank you for your platform of helping women.
Oh, Debbie, gonna make me cry. You're
You are
welcome.
a beacon light. God got you where you are for a reason. I love you. I love your commentary.
Thank you so
You are
much.
really doing so much for women. And I just want to say thank you and give you your flowers.
Debbie, I love me some you. Thank you so very much. Oh, I'm telling you, I'm over here getting choked up. I just appreciate me really just coming out here being myself, and it's translated into that because it. I didn't set out to start what started. Let's put it that way. I mean, it wasn't in my mind that this is what this was going to become, but I absolutely love it. I embrace it. I love all of you all. I feel a connection. My memory, like I said, when I can remember things that's going on out of 16,000 people, that's how much that I appreciate you guys. So not only do you guys grace my platform with your presence, but I hear you as well, just as well as you guys hear me. So I appreciate that so much, Debbie. You know, you are my sister. And I've gained a lot of sisters. You know what I mean? I'm a good reader of spirits and people and whatever. When I say spirits, I mean how they portray themselves, not like, witchcraft spirits or whatever. And yeah, I feel the genuineness of all of you ladies that come often and share. And I absolutely get a delight when I see you guys backstage waiting to come up because it's my whole little crew that I love to hear. I love all the new people that come up. I think that this is what we are all here for, guys. And I'm just thankful that it's my platform that we can come together and encourage each other and share. And like you said, this movement for me has started from Mel when it comes to YouTube. And it's a beautiful thing. So, like you just said, as far as a talk show, I see her doing more of speaking engagements where women are coming together, conferences or whatever the case may be, talk shows as well, where her gift is shown on a national platform and is without all the negativity of the people that's where they are and she's above them. So I love me some you, Debbie. Thank you so much. Thank you for letting me know as far as the women that you're working with on a daily basis. That's a wonderful, wonderful thing. I hate that so many prisons are filled with women that were basically defending themselves. You know what I'm saying? And
Yes.
yeah, so that's a beautiful thing. And keep doing the good work, Debbie. Thank you so
I,
much.
you know, we didn't put ourselves into it, but God has a purpose.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
like you say, you didn't come into this, it just came that way. That's a purpose. That's God's purpose.
Yeah.
And that I believe that's how women get into this type of work. But Chit Chat, I want you to have a wonderful vacation.
Oh,
I love you. I
thank you.
love you.
Leave until after the first week of July. But yeah, we'll get away with the hubs and get out the country for a couple days. But this was really for my celebration of you sisters. 1 year of being on YouTube. I felt like I deserved it. So yeah. But thank you for that. But I will be chatting more before then. I hope I see you in members only Thursday so we can continue this conversation. You know how we get down and our members only. So I'm really looking forward to it. I think I already scheduled it. That's how much I'm looking forward to it. But thank you,
I'll
Deb.
be there. And thank you so much. Love you. Take
Love
care. God
you.
bless.
God
Good
bless you,
night.
Debbie. Thank you. Oh, I just love you, ladies. My goodness. Pink Diva, thank you, sis, for holding it down. I'm telling you, you guys, if I ever have a bad day, all I have to do is just click this live button, and I promise you, even if you don't click the link, I read the link. I'm sorry. I read so many comments. You guys are the best. And I'm glad we were able to turn the conversation around to let it be known we are not talking about the true millimeters. And I think Debbie, I believe it was Debbie that said that people are just passionate, and Hannah. Some people are just passionate and, protective to a certain extent. And I think that how we got this conversation started was based on the over protective. So it's okay to be protective. It's okay to want somebody to be cautious. Hey, slow down if you see the need for it. But I think we also must remember Mel is not dumb nor slow. She's a grown woman. And like Debbie said, live your life, sis. Live your life. But I thank you guys. I'm going to scroll up 3 hours. I always say I'm just going to jump on for an hour. And it never happens because it's just so great. Bad apple, we will definitely talk about that and more when it comes to the hot topics. Thank you for joining me. To my panel members, I wrote it down and I flipped the page on my notebook. Where is it, child? Give me 1 second, guys. Where is it? I wish you guys could see all these notebooks that I have for when I make videos. It's absolutely ridiculous. I'm trying to find, let me see. I wanted to acknowledge everybody that was on the panel. And I can't find it. Oh, well. Oh, wait. Nope, I can't find it. Okay. To everybody that joined me on the panel, thank you so much. I'm not even going to call out any names because I can't find the page. And I don't want to miss anyone. Yeah. But thank you so much, ladies, that joined the panel, that led the topics, all of your words of wisdom. I love that we all are from different walks of life. We live in different areas, which means we're different ages, which means we're getting a well-rounded perspective from people that come up and share their story. So thank you guys so much. All right, let me say some good nights. Again, for the super stickers and super chats, thank you, Teresa. Thank you, Deborah Jackson. Thank you, let me say, Teresa West and Teresa Wright. Nidra, thank you as well. And Mary Kelly, thank you as well. Good night, darling. Succeeding, thank you for joining me on the panel. Maritha, thank you. Hannah Grace, Pink Diva, Bad Apple. I'm going off the top of my head, guys. LaDawn, Ann. Please don't let me forget anybody. Debbie. I need to rewind on my phone just to see who's on the panel. I hope I didn't miss anyone. There was someone in the chat named Bozo the Clown. And Bozo, you out of here. Just from a couple comments that I saw. So you are blocked. Come back again under a new name. To everyone that was watching, thank you guys so much for joining me. If you did not hit the like button, please hit the like button on your way out for me. Thank you to the replay gang in advance that always come back and watch. I appreciate you all. All right, and I'm going to be out of here. Linda Williams, good night. Erica Fleming, good night. KC, Mary Kelly. Thank you to all of my cutie crew that was represented tonight. You guys were in here strong. And I will see you guys Thursday, members only. I will put up a post. So if you guys want to jot down what you want to talk about, we will definitely chat Thursday. Mary Booker, good night. Monique Williams, good night. Miss Ann, good night. Leah Willman, good night. Thank you guys to everybody that refreshed my memories of all of the Chi-Town clubs. As I mentioned, for the members, I think I will share a picture of me and Snoop Dogg. hanging out. S.C. Thompson, good night. Pinky, good night. Yes, it's me. Good night. Wonder if Stormy's going around with the old. Oh, yeah, okay, I read that. Teresa Hill, thank you so much for joining me. Joyce Miles, Cheryl Canada, Erica Fleming. To all of you ladies, we had a couple men. Terrell was in here at the start of the chat. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Thank you guys again for the 16K subscribers. I really appreciate it. Over 5.3 million views. It means the world to me. All right, I'm going to end it. Okay, I was reading one of Carolyn's comments. Yes. Like LaDawn said, these microwavable 304s, it's like, I promise you, a prime example of somebody that's classy and sexy to me is LeBron James' wife, Savannah. The girl is bad. And you will never, ever see her. And I'm not judging. You know, it's just a different time. I think a lot of us was born and raised in different times. But I just think that even when it comes to some of the music and the way that a lot of these rappers address them as the bees and this and that, I think that that plays a part in it. So we just want the best for all of our sisters, young or old. But do you? Like I said, I used to wear some short skirts, but it was still covering, you know. It's in the past until that light bill due. What you talking about, Mary Kelly? Okay, guys, I'm out of here. Good night, good night. Let me scroll back down. Hannah Grace, did I say Hannah Grace was on the panel? I think so. Thank you, Hannah, for your words of wisdom. Love you too, Monique. Love all of you ladies. Okay, thank you for this. All right. Okay, this won't allow me. I'm going to snap a picture with this other device. Give me 1 second, and I'm going to post it. All right, give me 1 second. Thank you, Cecilia, for putting that in the chat. All right, I got the pictures, and I do have what's in my search bar? The Instagram page of the Biz Doula. So thank you again. All right, guys, 3 hours, 17 minutes, and 34 seconds. We are out of here. Yes, Pink Diva. That's my girl there. Yes, absolutely. Yep, and we still gonna plan that trip. Renata was trying to get us to get it done fast, but we're gonna slow walk it and plan it out. Get the best rates, get the correct agency where people that want to attend can join, get a agency where people want to pay. So that's gonna take a little time just to plan it correctly, but God definitely had a purpose to bring us all together. I agree. All right, guys. We are our sister's keeper. Yes, Mary, you are welcome. Thank you as well. Yes, Debbie made me get a little choked up now. I keep telling y'all I be trying to act like a little gangster. Act. Y'all got me tearing up. But I appreciate it. Okay, I am out of here for good. Get some rest, guys. Hope you guys have a great night. And I will chat with you soon. Bye. Okay, I got it, succeeding. Definitely gonna share that wealth of knowledge. That's great. Okay, I'm gone for real. Bye. For real, guys. Bye, bye, bye. It's late where you guys are. 10 o'clock my time, which means it's 1 a.m. in most places and midnight. All right, good night, good night, good night. Chat with you guys soon. Bye.